Chapter 645. Rao Sherman mainly focused on singing while Zhang Keke mainly focused on dancing. One was quiet while the other was active. Their teamwork was perfect. It was no wonder that so many Chinese fans adored the pretty girl group. They didn't need to resort to unspoken rules. They got to where they were with their own abilities. Rao Sherman's face was flushed as she sang until the end of the concert. Zhang Keke was sweating profusely after dancing for a whole night. The students screamed and screamed until their throats were hoarse from all the shouting. Even the chilly wind could not stop the students' passion. If it wasn't for Lu Bingbing's subordinates standing between the stage and the crowd, the students would have rushed to the stage, hugged the two superstars, and kissed them. The concert was coming to an end as the sky darkened. Rao Sherman and Zhang Keke stood on the stage. Both of them fanned themselves with their hands. Zhang Keke felt that the wind was not enough, so she tugged at her collar and started to shake. All of a sudden, all of the male students stood up and stared at Zhang Keke's collar like wolves and tigers. Zhang Keke was so frightened that she hastily pulled her shirt up. She didn't expect Qin Feng to know how to prevent her underwear from being exposed. When Qin Feng went to the hostel and saw her underwear, Zhang Keke still slept soundly. What was she thinking? Sigh. As soon as Zhang Keke covered her collar, the male students sighed and returned to their seats. Rao Sherman and Zhang Keke's mouths twitched violently. Dear students and teachers of Provincial Capital University, tonight's concert has come to an end. There will be 2 more concerts tomorrow and the day after. See you there. Rao Sherman said into the microphone. Her voice was slightly breathless, and it made the audience restless. That's great. The concert is free for 3 days. The pretty girl group is so awesome. I'll go buy a pair of binoculars later. We'll have plenty to watch tomorrow and the day after. After the concert, Lu Bingbing and her subordinates were busy maintaining order. Qin Feng and Chang Xian had already arrived beside Rao Sherman and Zhang Keke. This uncle is... As soon as Qin Feng arrived, Zhang Keke stared at him curiously. Before Zhang Keke could finish, Qin Feng interrupted her. Why are you looking at me like that? Call me big brother. Also, don't ask me who I am, because I know you're wearing Doraemon underwear. How did you know? Zhang Keke covered her mouth in fright and looked at Qin Feng vigilantly. Rao Sherman and Chang Xian shook their heads helplessly and said nothing. Sherman, Kiki, teacher Qiao Feng, and I will send you back to your dorms. Chang Xian was a little worried when she saw the chaos around them. Rao Sherman was also a little scared. She held Zhang Keke's hand tightly and refused to let go. Okay, let's go back. Qin Feng followed behind the 3 women, but they suddenly stopped after 2 steps. The sky was dark, and Qin Feng accidentally bumped into Zhang Keke's lower back. Io. Uncle, why did you hit my waist? Zhang Keke shrieked. Chang Xian and Rao Sherman were speechless. They wished they could sew Zhang Keke's mouth shut. You suddenly stopped walking, and I didn't notice. You can't blame me for that. Qin Feng looked helpless. He really didn't do it on purpose. Zhang Keke sat down on the ground and refused to get up. She kicked her slender legs and whined, Boo-hoo. I've been dancing for the whole night and my bones are falling apart. I don't care. Uncle, you hurt my waist just now. You have to carry me back. Kiki, get up. You don't know Qiao Feng well, so how can you let him carry you? Rao Sherman hastily pulled Zhang Keke up. She couldn't stand her bestie's silly behavior. Arg. I don't care. If you don't want to carry me, then Sherman or big sister Chang Xian can carry me. I'm exhausted. Zhang Keke refused to get up. Rao Sherman and Chang Xian's faces darkened. How could they carry Zhang Keke? Beauty Kiki, why don't I carry you back? Zhang Keke was so frightened that she jumped up from the ground. She reached into her collar and took out 2 yellow paper talismans. She glared at the willow tree and Yang Can and yelled, You 2 bastards. If you dare to come any closer, I'll burn you to ashes. Qin Feng was speechless when he saw the talismans Zhang Keke took out from her clothes. Chang Xian didn't know the power of the fireball talisman. She looked at Zhang Ke with a frightened expression. She thought Zhang Ke's brain was fried. Lu Shu and Yang Can's eyes flashed with coldness when they saw the fireball talisman. Yang Can, in particular, took a step back instinctively. He was still traumatized after being burned by the fireball talisman last time. Please don't misunderstand. Beauty Kiki. Young Master Yang and I heard that you were tired, so we came to pick you and Beauty Sherman up. Our car is parked over there. You two must be hungry after your concert, right? Young Master Yang and I have booked a private room. Do you want to grab something to eat? Since Yang Can and Lu Shu's plan to kidnap Qin Feng and Yang Can, they decided to do it themselves. Rao Sherman and Zhang Ke looked at them cautiously. They had been tricked once, so they wouldn't fall for it again.
Huh?
Why are you two lackeys here? Didn't the people in front leave? Qin Feng suddenly walked out with a grin. The sky was too dark, so Lu Shu and Yang Can didn't see Qin Feng. Otherwise, they wouldn't have come. It's Big Brother Qiao Feng. Big Brother Qiao Feng, we went to Provincial Capital University and came back now. We're going to treat the two celebrities to a meal. Do you want to join us? Lu Shu and Yang Can didn't know the relationship between Qin Feng and Rao Sherman. Lu Shu invited Qin Feng to join them, but Lu Shu knew that Qin Feng wouldn't go. It's already so late, and you want to have a meal? Don't tell me you want to hit on Sherman and Kiki. Let me tell you, I'm their personal bodyguard. If you dare to mess with them, I'll call my old friend and ask him to pay a visit to your family. Qin Feng's words almost scared the two of them to their knees. Lu Shu and Yang Can looked bitter. They felt that Qiao Feng was their nemesis. Ahem, Big Brother Qiao Feng. I have something to do, so I'll go home first. The willow tree was so frightened that it turned around and ran. Yang Can was a step too slow. After he regained his senses, he also hurriedly left. I also remember that I have a very important matter to deal with. Big Brother Qiao Feng, I'll take my leave first. Lu Shu and Yang Can ran away in panic. Their silhouettes disappeared into the dark night. Chang Xian and the other two girls were still in a daze, especially Rao Sherman and Zhang Ke. Their mouths were agape, and their faces were filled with disbelief.
Wow.
Uncle, you're so powerful? Even Lu Shu and Yang Can are afraid of you. Uncle, let's be friends. Please take care of me in the future. Zhang Ke was the first to regain her senses. She hugged Qin Feng's arm and started to act cute. Qin Feng instantly felt a ball of softness on his arm, and a fragrant scent assailed his nostrils. It was a wonderful feeling. Thank you so much, Teacher Qiao Feng. Rao Sherman thanked Qin Feng after she regained her senses. Qin Feng had done them a great favor this time. Even Chang Xian, who disliked Qiao Feng, put on a gentle expression and said, Teacher Qiao Feng, let's send Sherman and Kiki go back first. Uncle, I want you to carry me back. I can't walk anymore. Zhang Ke clung to Qin Feng's arm and swung it back and forth. Qin Feng was dazzled. You're really lazy. All right, I'll agree to your request. By the time Qin Feng finished speaking, he had already carried Zhang Ke on his back. His large hands were pinching Zhang Ke's thighs. Rao Sherman and Chang Xian's faces turned green. Qiao Feng, remember this. I don't want to see you for a year. Qin Feng had just carried Zhang Ke on his back when he heard a cold voice behind him. Qin Feng shuddered. He knew it was Lu Bingbing's voice without turning around. Teacher Chang Xian, Rao Sherman, don't just stand there. Let's go. Qin Feng carried Zhang Ke on his back and ran like a rabbit. When Chang Xian and Rao Sherman regained their senses, Qin Feng had already disappeared. Uncle, slow down. Sherman and big sister Chang Xian are gone. Don't tell me you're going to kidnap me and do something bad to me? Zhang Ke looked around in the dark. She finally knew she had to protect herself. She took out a fireball talisman and pressed it on the back of Qin Feng's head. Then, she said seriously, I have a fireball talisman with me. I only need to chant it, and your head will explode. Qin Feng's foot slipped, and he almost fell flat on his face. Others might not know how powerful the fireball talisman was, but how could Qin Feng not know? Ke, take the fireball talisman away. This is not a joke. Qin Feng finally stopped. The reason why he ran so fast was because Zhang Keke's big rabbit was slapping Qin Feng's back rhythmically. It was a very comfortable feeling.
Huh?
How do you know it's a fireball talisman? Did you also buy this from that damned liar old Taoist? Zhang Keke slid down Qin Feng's back. She really slid down Qin Feng's back. Qin Feng's heart raced. Qin Feng was furious. This girl snatched his talisman and scolded him behind his back. Qin Feng wanted to pounce on her and teach her a lesson. You're the one who said this talisman is a fireball talisman. I've never bought such a thing, Qin Feng said pretentiously. Zhang Keke became complacent. As if she was showing off to Qin Feng, she said, Uncle, I snatched all my talismans from a stinky Taoist at Yulin Street. That stinky Taoist wanted to cheat me of my money, but he was scared away by the city enforcement officers. Serves him right, hee. Zhang Keke's laughter made Qin Feng's face turn darker and darker until it became one with the night sky. Shut your mouth, you stupid girl. Be careful, or I'll strip you naked. Qin Feng could not help but threaten Zhang Keke. Zhang Keke was so frightened that she quickly covered her chest and retreated. She glared at Qin Feng and said, You filthy pervert. I knew you're a bad guy. I'll burn you if you dare to do anything to me. Xiao Feng, what are you trying to do? You filthy beast. After Zhang Keke scolded Qin Feng, Chang Xian and Rao Sherman arrived at the scene. Chang Xian overheard Qin Feng's threat. She was so angry that she wanted to skin Qin Feng alive. Big sister Chang Xian, you're finally here. So this uncle is a bad guy. He wanted to strip Keke's clothes. Sob, being too beautiful, is also a kind of trouble. Zhang Keke threw herself into Chang Xian's arms and began to act like a spoiled child. Qin Feng was so angry that he did not know what to say. Chang Xian and Rao Sherman hugged Zhang Keke and comforted her for a while. Then, Chang Xian yelled at Qin Feng, Don't follow us. We'll go back by ourselves. Teacher Xiao Feng, I've misjudged you. Chapter 646. The pretty girls' concert had ended, and Lu Bingbing's team was about to leave. Lu Bingbing was still angry when she saw Qin Feng carrying Zhang Keke on his back. She didn't follow the others back to the police station and drove straight back to her villa. Back in the empty villa, Lu Bingbing's mood became more and more depressed. She threw her coat on the sofa and sat on the sofa in a daze without eating. Lu Bingbing was angry with Qin Feng. She hated him to death, but he kept appearing in her mind. She couldn't get rid of him even if she wanted to. Qin Feng, you bastard. You don't care about me anymore after taking my body. You used to pester me every day, and now you don't even care about me. Men are all like this. They don't cherish what they have. They're all ingrates. Lu Bingbing pouted and scolded Qin Feng angrily. She scolded Qin Feng's ancestors back and forth until she was tired. She collapsed on the sofa and suddenly remembered the blood chi pill that Qin Feng gave her. Humph. Just you wait, brat. I'll beat you every day after I break through. Lu Bingbing quickly took out the blood chi pill. Her beautiful eyes sparkled as she looked at the blood-red pill in her palm. She was so excited that she almost forgot about Qin Feng's resentment. Lu Bingbing had longed for the blood chi pill since she was a child. The first blood chi pill in her life was not a gift from her family elders, but from Qin Feng. Thinking of this, Lu Bingbing's heart couldn't help but feel warm. The blood chi pill melted in her mouth, and a rich medicinal fragrance filled the villa's living room. Lu Bingbing's pupils suddenly widened. Her beautiful eyes shone brightly, and her face was filled with disbelief. She could feel the blood chi pill melting in her body and releasing abundant spiritual energy. This spiritual energy filled Lu Bingbing's meridians and flowed into her dantian. Her originally empty dantian was quickly filling up and expanding. As expected of a second-grade miraculous pill. It's so powerful. Lu Bingbing's sexy red lips parted. Her face was flushed, and her breathing quickened. Her chest heaved up and down. She looked extremely seductive. She could feel the effects of the blood chi pill taking effect. She quickly sat up and started to circulate her inner chi. Time flew by, but Lu Bingbing was still immersed in cultivation. The spiritual energy in her body continuously circulated, and it flowed into her dantian over and over again, tirelessly. Rumble. Suddenly, a loud sound came from Lu Bingbing's body, as if something had exploded. In an instant, waves of refreshing and comfortable feeling spread throughout Lu Bingbing's body. It was the feeling of being released after being suppressed for too long. Lu Bingbing didn't feel nervous at all. Instead, she looked excited. She knew she had broken through. It only took Lu Bingbing an hour to break through from stage 2 inner chi to stage 3 inner chi. However, she didn't stop because she felt that there was still a lot of spiritual energy left in her body. She had a feeling that she could directly break through to stage 4 inner chi with the help of this dense spiritual energy. Lu Bingbing didn't even dare to think about reaching stage 4 inner chi without the help of pills. She had to figure it out on her own. A minor circulation was completed, followed by a major circulation. Lu Bingbing was drenched in sweat. Her sweat soaked her snow-white shirt, and it stuck to her skin. It contrasted with her black bra, making her look even more sexy. Lu Bingbing didn't care about this. She continued to circulate her inner chi to absorb the spiritual chi in her body. The originally rich and dense spiritual chi began to thin out. In the end, it was all absorbed and condensed by Lu Bingbing's dantian. Boom. Another loud sound came from Lu Bingbing's body. She had successfully broken through to stage 4 inner chi. Using a blood chi pill to break through from stage 2 inner chi to stage 4 inner chi in 3 hours, Lu Bingbing could be considered a very talented martial artist. Wow. I really broke through to stage 4 inner chi? It's simply unbelievable. Lu Bingbing's eyes widened. She felt the inner chi in her body increase by several times. She was so excited that she couldn't help but shout. Stage 4 inner chi was a watershed. Many martial artists were stuck at the edge of this realm and couldn't break through for the rest of their lives. Lu Bingbing originally thought that she could only break through to the peak of stage 3 inner chi. However, she had broken through to stage 4 inner chi. Bang! Lu Bingbing leaped into the air and landed in the middle of the living room. Her jade-like palm turned into a gust of wind, and a gust of wind broke out. Lu Bingbing didn't have any martial art skills. She secretly heard the cultivation methods from her peers and her family, so she didn't have any special moves. She just punched and kicked randomly. Even so, Lu Bingbing was extremely excited when she felt the increase in her inner chi. Phew! After practicing for an unknown period of time, Lu Bingbing sat on the floor, panting. Her clothes and pants were soaked with sweat, and they were sticky and uncomfortable. Lu Bingbing unbuttoned her white shirt and took off her pants. She lay on the floor in her black underwear that made people's blood boil. It's so hot. Lu Bingbing suddenly cried out, giving herself a fright. That voice was too charming, and it made Lu Bingbing's heart itch. Lu Bingbing thought that it was because she had just broken through and practiced martial arts for a while. However, after a while, she felt that something was wrong. Why is my body getting hotter and hotter? Why does it feel like I'm getting restless? Lu Bingbing suddenly jumped up from the floor. She was stunned by a series of images that flashed through her mind. The scene of Qin Feng disciplining her in the interrogation room appeared clearly in her mind. No matter how much Lu Bingbing missed Qin Feng in the past, she would never think of such things. However, tonight, she felt that her body was a bit abnormal. 20 minutes later, Lu Bingbing walked out of the bathroom. Her snow-white skin still had dew on it, and her slender and perky body made people's mouths go dry. Lu Bingbing thought she would be fine after a cold shower. However, the moment she rushed out of the bathroom, she picked up her phone and called Qin Feng. Hello, who's this? Qin Feng was asleep, so his voice was groggy. Qin Feng. Hurry and find me. I need you. Lu Bingbing's voice was trembling. Qin Feng was so scared that he sat up and instantly lost all his sleepiness. Bingbing, are you okay? Were you threatened? Qin Feng frowned. He thought Lu Bingbing had been kidnapped. No, I'm at home. Hurry and come. I'll wait for you. Lu Bingbing hung up. Qin Feng was dumbfounded. He still didn't understand the situation. Lu Bingbing's voice was too abnormal. The more Qin Feng thought about it, the more worried he became. He hurriedly put on his clothes and rushed to Lu Bingbing's villa. When he arrived at Lu Bingbing's villa, the door opened before Qin Feng could press the doorbell. A lily-white hand suddenly grabbed Qin Feng and pulled him inside. The villa didn't have any lights on, so he couldn't see anything in the darkness. Qin Feng thought Lu Bingbing was kidnapped. He was about to attack her, but Lu Bingbing's familiar fragrance assailed his nostrils. Qin Feng hurriedly moved his hand that was going to chop Lu Bingbing's head to her waist. Slap! A crisp sound rang out. Qin Feng jumped in fright. He finally realized something was wrong. Why wasn't Lu Bingbing wearing any clothes? Bingbing, what are you doing? Are you okay? Qin Feng wanted to push Lu Bingbing away. He didn't believe that Lu Bingbing invited him to fight in the middle of the night. Lu Bingbing was still angry when the concert ended. She said she wouldn't talk to Qin Feng for a year. Lu Bingbing was pushed away by Qin Feng. In the next second, she pounced on him and hugged him tightly, unwilling to let go. Hurry and kiss me. Qin Feng felt that Lu Bingbing's body was like a big furnace. She seemed to have just taken a shower. Her skin was as smooth as jade, and there was a faint fragrance. However, Qin Feng suppressed the fire in his heart and pushed Lu Bingbing away. Bingbing, are you still angry? Let me explain. Qin Feng looked at Lu Bingbing sincerely. He wouldn't fall for it. He thought Lu Bingbing was testing his willpower. The angel herb in Lu Bingbing's body was activated to the extreme. She couldn't control the intense desire and pounced into Qin Feng's arms again. Qin Feng was determined to resist temptation and test, so he pushed Lu Bingbing away again. This scene repeated more than 10 times. Lu Bingbing couldn't take it anymore. She suddenly yelled at Qin Feng, "If you dare to push me away again, I'll shoot you. Hurry and lie down." Qin Feng was stunned. He was pushed down by Lu Bingbing while he was distracted. That's right, he was pushed down by a beauty. Then, Qin Feng finally realized that Lu Bingbing wasn't testing him. He didn't know what medicine this last took, but she became so proactive. Qin Feng and Lu Bingbing had sex twice. However, Qin Feng took the initiative both times. Moreover, Lu Bingbing didn't move much during the battle. She was even a bit shy. However, this time, Lu Bingbing insisted on being on top. Her body was as flexible and enchanting as a spirit snake. After a sleepless night, Lu Bingbing felt that it wasn't enough. Luckily, Qin Feng's body was strong enough. He didn't release it until the next morning. Lu Bingbing was finally satisfied. She lay motionlessly in Qin Feng's arms like an obedient and cute little bunny. Qin Feng lightly hugged Lu Bingbing, enjoying this warmth and contentment. "Ah, why are you lying on my bed? Get off." Lu Bingbing lay for a while, then suddenly kicked Qin Feng off the bed. Qin Feng sat on the carpet and was dumbfounded. This woman was too evil. After using him, she turned her back on him. Was she even reasonable? "Bingbing, you called me here in the middle of the night and tormented me all night. How could you kick me?" Qin Feng looked at Lu Bingbing angrily. Lu Bingbing's charming face blushed. She clearly remembered what happened last night. She didn't know what happened to her last night, but she really wanted Qin Feng. What nonsense are you talking about? I don't understand. You stinking pervert. Hurry up and leave my house. I said I won't let you touch me for a year. Don't even think about touching me again. Lu Bingbing was very guilty, so she spoke incoherently. Qin Feng was completely speechless. A woman's heart was like a needle at the bottom of the ocean. Then have a good rest. I'm going to school. Qin Feng got up and began to put on his clothes. Lu Bingbing glanced at Qin Feng's muscular body and her charming face blushed again. After putting on his clothes, Qin Feng left. Lu Bingbing looked at Qin Feng's back and really wanted to rush up and hug him. But in the end, she resisted the urge because she was still a bit shy. By the way, Bingbing, I found out that you've broken through to stage 4 inner chi. This is a chi strengthening pill. It's very helpful for martial artists below stage 6 inner chi. Also, this martial arts secret manual and the wind blade martial skill are for you. You can practice them if you like. Qin Feng suddenly appeared in the villa. He came and went without a trace like a ghost, scaring Lu Bingbing. When Lu Bingbing came back to her senses, she found that Qin Feng had really left. Chapter 647. When Qin Feng returned to the dormitory, he saw Prince William sitting by the door. He looked exhausted, so he must have been waiting here since last night. Professor Qiao Feng, you're back. What time is it now? Prince William was very alert. He woke up when Qin Feng came to his side. Oh, it's still early. It's only 7 in the morning. You can continue sleeping, Qin Feng said with a smile. Only 7 in the morning? Then I'll sleep a bit more. Prince William was still sleepy and clearly hadn't woken up yet. He had just closed his eyes when he jumped up and exclaimed, "Fuck, it's already the second day." Professor Qiao Feng, didn't we agree to chat in your dormitory last night? Why didn't you come back last night? Prince William did tell Qin Feng that he would look for Qin Feng last night, but Qin Feng had been called away by Lu Bingbing last night, so he had long forgotten about it. Oh, I had to go out last night. Qin Feng looked at Prince William with a puzzled expression and said, Prince William, did you have something important to talk to me about? Why did you fall asleep in front of my dormitory? Prince William stood up and patted the dust off his butt. He was very angry that Qin Feng stood him up, but he couldn't show it. Professor Qiao Feng, let's talk inside. Qin Feng nodded and opened the door. The two of them walked in together. Prince William, if you have something to say, just say it. It's fine as long as you don't borrow money from me. Qin Feng sat at the table and poured 2 glasses of water. Professor Qiao Feng, have you thought about what I said to you last time? Prince William asked tentatively. What did you say last time? Qin Feng acted as if he didn't know anything and deliberately kept Prince William in suspense. Prince William had an impatient look on his face and went straight to the point. Teacher Qiao Feng, my family has the technology to transform arcana. Aren't you tempted? I have to go back to my family in a few days. Professor Qiao Feng, are you willing to go back with me? Qin Feng's heart jumped. The William family was finally making their move. It seemed that choosing the location of the concert at the biological laboratory really made the William family nervous. So soon? I'm not ready yet. If I go to America with you, when will we come back? Qin Feng asked calmly. Don't worry, Teacher Qiao Feng. I won't be staying for long. I'm just going to see my parents and ask my family to help you create a special ability. Then, you'll be as powerful as me. After that, we can come back. It'll be a week at most. Prince William saw that Qin Feng was tempted, so he quickly made up all kinds of lies to tempt him. Qin Feng fell silent. After a while, he said, if it's really just going to America for a week, then I'm very interested. I'll just take it as a vacation. I promise it won't take more than a week, because I came to China to study. If I go back for too long, I won't be able to keep up with my studies. Prince William quickly promised. This time, Qin Feng agreed. Okay. When will Prince William be going back? Do I still have to go through the visa procedures? Seeing that Qin Feng agreed, Prince William suppressed his excitement and said calmly, Professor Qiao Feng, you don't have to worry about the visa. My family is considered a big family in America. I will help you with these matters. I haven't confirmed the departure time yet, but the preliminary plan is to depart the day after tomorrow night. I'll look for you then. Just wait for my news. Qin Feng nodded and acted as if he was very excited to go abroad. At the same time, Qin Feng analyzed in his heart. If the departure time was set for the day after tomorrow night, would it mean that the William family was going to do something? Qin Feng thought for a while, but couldn't figure it out. Although he had confirmed that the William family had infiltrated the country, he still couldn't find out the specific plan of the William family. After Prince William tricked Qin Feng, they chatted for a while and then left. He was probably going to report the news to Professor Mike. Qin Feng did not need to do anything. All he needed to do was to wait for Prince William to inform him when the William family was going to carry out their plan. Qin Feng went to bed and opened the Martial Artist Alliance's cell phone. He had been trying to meet Xiao 11 Lang recently, but Xiao 11 Lang had not replied. Ding dong. The Martial Artist Alliance's notification tone rang. Qin Feng opened the message. It was the Ancient Warrior Ruins exploration mission. The 10-stage 6 inner Qi martial artists for this mission had already signed up. The mission was scheduled to begin in 3 days. Those who signed up would meet at the entrance of Ghost Mountain 3 days later. Then, everyone would enter the depths of Ghost Mountain together. The person who posted the mission also created a group. The 10 people in the group were the 10 people who would take part in the mission. At this time, everyone was chatting, and Huayan was also chatting casually. "Billowy lady, how old are you?" A member of the Martial Artist Alliance called Golden Spear asked. He even sent a row of lecherous emojis. "None of your business," Billowy lady replied with a row of knives. She was still as hot-tempered as ever. "Hee, this beauty's character is quite spicy. It's to my liking. Look at how well our ID matches." Golden Spear versus Billows. "Do you think we should become offline friends?" Golden Spear continued to tease Hua Yan. Hua Yan sent a row of angry emojis, and then went silent. Golden Spear continued to tease Hua Yan for a while. When Hua Yan ignored him, he went to look for another girl in the group. "Ice Fairy, are you there?" "What is it?" Ice Fairy was invisible. She only replied when someone called her name. The Ancient Warrior Ruins exploration mission is extremely dangerous. There are traps and secret passages in the ruins. "Do you want me to protect you, Ice Fairy?" Golden Spear sent a row of lecherous, smiley emojis. This guy was a sex fiend. He flirted with every girl he saw. Crazy. Iceberg Jade Maiden sent an angry emoji and didn't say anything. Golden Spear was embarrassed after being slapped in the face by 2 girls. He purposely changed the topic and shouted at Green Wolf. It seemed like he wanted to vent his anger on Green Wolf. Why hasn't Green Wolf said anything? Don't tell me he's dead? Firstly, Qin Feng had signed up for this mission because he wanted to partner up with Hua Yan. Secondly, Qin Feng was preparing to forge a starry sky flying sword. However, he lacked a lot of materials and wanted to go to the ancient martial ruins to see if he could find these materials. When Qin Feng saw the person called Golden Spear playing around, he couldn't be bothered to pay attention to him. He didn't say anything after seeing the message. Is Green Wolf not interested in this mission? Group leader, do you want to kick him out and recruit a stage 6 inner chi expert? Hua Yan's sock puppet asked. Qin Feng's mouth twitched. He wanted to rush to Hua Yan's dormitory and beat her up. He quickly replied, "Big-breasted sis, who said I'm not here? Are you looking for trouble?" Hua Yan knew Green Wolf's ID. She must have done it on purpose. Qin Feng was puzzled. Ever since he saved Hua Yan at Feng Yun Fun City in Hepping Town, this lass had been targeting him in the Martial Artist Alliance. Qin Feng couldn't figure out why. "You're the one who didn't say anything. Why aren't you dead yet?" Hua Yan argued with Qin Feng. Qin Feng was so angry that he clenched his teeth. "I'll smack your butt when we assemble the day after tomorrow," Qin Feng replied. Golden Spear was unhappy. He shouted at Qin Feng, "Hey, Green Wolf is very arrogant. Do you dare touch my big-breasted sis? Don't be afraid, big-breasted sis. I'll protect you." Hua Yan sent a series of vomiting emojis and said, "Who's your big-breasted sis? Don't flatter yourself." The group moderator couldn't stand it any longer and suddenly spoke up. "Stop arguing. This group is created for the convenience of posting mission information and information. If you want to argue, do it in private." The group moderator's name was White Cloud. As soon as he spoke, everyone stopped talking. Qin Feng was a little puzzled. He casually opened White Cloud's member information and saw that his Martial Art Alliance account had been upgraded to level 6, and he had more than 1,000 points. Qin Feng immediately understood that this guy must be an old monster. As soon as White Cloud shouted, the group became silent. The arrogant and lecherous Golden Spear didn't say anything. Qin Feng didn't want to chat with these people, so he turned off the Martial Artist Alliance account. Ding! The Hedonist Sovereign System has issued a chain mission. Founder. Main mission. Host will establish a sect and establish the #1 sect in the outer world. Time limit. 1 year. If the mission is completed successfully, The system will reward host 300,000 Hedonist points, a rare pink spiritual weapon, soul-severing sword, a purple-grade heavenly eagle bow, and a fire cloud cannon from Star Technology. If the mission is failed, 600,000 Hedonist points will be deducted, and all spiritual equipment below purple grade will be taken back. Side mission: Founder of the Hero Alliance. Time limit: 1 month. If the mission is completed successfully, the system will reward host 10,000 Hedonist points and a pair of white cloud boots. If the mission is failed, 20,000 Hedonist points will be deducted, and a random blue-grade spiritual weapon will be taken back. Side Mission 2: Recruit 10 Stage 6 Inner Chi experts to join the Hero Alliance. Time limit: 3 months. If the mission is completed successfully, the system will reward you with 20,000 Hedonist points and a prototype Thunder Sniper rifle produced by Star Technology. If the mission is failed, 40,000 Hedonist points will be deducted, and 2 blue-grade spiritual weapons will be randomly taken back. Please look forward to the side missions. The system notification suddenly rang in Qin Feng's mind. Qin Feng was very excited when he read the chain missions. The rewards of these missions were very generous. Rare pink equipment and products from Star Technology were all things that Qin Feng had never heard of before. Little Pig, what's with the rare pink equipment? Qin Feng hurriedly asked Little Pig. Qin Feng had been in contact with ancient martial arts for some time. He knew that spiritual equipment was divided into gold, purple, blue, orange, and white. He had never heard of a pink spiritual equipment. Master, a pink spiritual equipment is a spiritual equipment that is in between purple and gold. Pink spiritual equipment is extremely rare, and the system only sells 3 of them. Each of them is worth more than 500,000 Hedonist points. Some pink spiritual equipment have powerful attributes and are even more powerful than normal gold-grade equipment. Oh, right, the Cosmic Flying Sword is a pink spiritual equipment. After Little Pig's explanation, Qin Feng finally understood. Now, Qin Feng was even more tempted by the pink soul-severing sword. After asking about the pink spiritual equipment, Qin Feng asked about the products from Star Technology. However, Little Pig didn't explain the technology. According to Little Pig, Star Technology seemed to be related to some secrets of the system. If Little Pig leaked any information, he would be struck by lightning. Qin Feng had seen Little Pig being struck by lightning once, so he didn't want to make things difficult for him. Little Pig changed the topic and said, "Master, you can open the Hero Alliance first and build your own sect. P.S. I'm only 50 votes away from being overtaken by the gods. I've been in 10th place for more than 20 days. This month will end in 11 days. Hang in there, everyone." Chapter 648. Qin Feng entered the Hedonist sovereign system and arrived at the Hero Palace. The Hero Palace was surrounded by a vast starry sky. Millions of stars twinkled in the sky, and each star represented a peerless expert. Shimin Chui Shui and Ouyang Feng stood on either side of Qin Feng. Shimin Chui Shui of Wanmei Villa greets Master. Ouyang Feng of White Camel Villa greets Master. The two greeted Qin Feng respectfully as soon as he entered the palace. Qin Feng waved his hand at the two of them, and they straightened their bowed bodies. Qin Feng sighed as he watched the twinkling stars in front of him. If he could earn enough hedonist points, he could summon these peerless experts to Earth. What a spectacular scene that would be. Little Pig, what's this Heroes Alliance? How do I open it? Qin Feng came back to his senses after he sighed, and his thoughts returned to business. Master, the Hero Alliance is a sect recognized by the system. Master can spend hedonist points to open the Hero Alliance and recruit powerful experts from Earth. Anyone who joins the Hero Alliance can use the time-space gate to transport items or even living creatures. Master can also share some of your skills with everyone in the Hero Alliance. Everyone can also communicate through the Hero Alliance. In short, it's something that has no drawbacks. Little Pig explained. Qin Feng was dumbfounded. The Hero Alliance was really something. It could transport items or even living creatures through the time-space gate. Did this mean that it could transport people? Qin Feng couldn't help but imagine himself in the provincial capital. If he suddenly missed Zhao Lingxian in the middle of the night, he could ask her to join the Hero Alliance and send her to his bed. How wonderful would that be? Master, I can't believe you thought of using the spatial gate to do something like this. I'm speechless. Master, stop daydreaming. Although you've completed a mission and obtained the spatial gate, the Hero Alliance can only use the spatial gate after it reaches the Golden Alliance rank. Little Pig interrupted Qin Feng's daydream. Master, I can't believe you're thinking of using the spatial gate. Qin Feng hadn't opened the Hero Alliance yet, so he didn't know what the Golden Alliance was. Qin Feng withdrew his thoughts and looked at the Hero Alliance. It cost 30,000 Hedonist points to activate the Hero Alliance. Activate. Qin Feng willed, and the 67,000 Hedonist points in the system instantly became 37,000. Suddenly, a loud sound rang out. The red door in front of Qin Feng flashed with golden light and slowly opened. An ancient aura came out from the door, causing Qin Feng to feel a sense of majesty. Ding! Congratulations, host Qin Feng, for completing the first side quest of founding the mountain and successfully establishing the Heroes Alliance. The system rewards host Qin Feng 10,000 Hedonist points and a pair of white cloud boots. A system announcement sounded out, and Qin Feng's Hedonist points jumped from 37,000 to 47,000. A pair of battle boots flashing with blue light appeared in his inventory. The white cloud boots were exquisitely made, and there were golden clouds embroidered on them. When worn, it felt like one was stepping on a white cloud. Whoosh! Qin Feng stepped on the white cloud boots and suddenly flashed. His speed was as fast as lightning, and he felt as if he was floating. These white cloud boots were pretty good treasures. Even if Qin Feng couldn't defeat his enemies in the future, he was confident that he could escape. After putting away the white cloud boots, Qin Feng started to study the Heroes Alliance again. After Qin Feng opened the Heroes Alliance, a tall and mighty dragon and phoenix rankings appeared in front of him. There was a dragon on the left and a phoenix on the right. The carvings of the dragon and phoenix were so lifelike that they looked as if they could fly away at any moment. The entire dragon and phoenix leaderboards were bronze in color, and there were countless plaques hanging on them. Each plaque was over a meter long, and the golden plaque at the top of the dragon and phoenix leaderboards had Qin Feng's name carved on it. The rest of the plaques were still empty. Qin Feng seemed to understand that as long as he recruited disciples into the Heroes Alliance, their names would appear on the dragon and phoenix rankings. As long as their names appeared, they should be able to use the various functions of the Heroes Alliance. After studying it for a while, Qin Feng had a general understanding of the Heroes Alliance. Just as Little Pig had said, the Heroes Alliance could be leveled up. The current Heroes Alliance was the lowest-ranked brass alliance. Its function was that people who joined the Heroes Alliance could share Qin Feng's skills and secret techniques and cultivate together. Qin Feng spent 50,000 Hedonist points to upgrade the Brass Alliance to the Silver Alliance. The Silver Alliance's function was to allow members of the Heroes Alliance to communicate through the Heroes Alliance. Qin Feng spent 100,000 Hedonist points to upgrade the Silver Alliance to the Gold Alliance. The Gold Alliance's function was to allow members of the Heroes Alliance to communicate with each other through the Heroes Alliance. Qin Feng coveted the function of the Space Gate, but 150,000 Hedonist points wasn't a small amount. Qin Feng couldn't upgrade the Heroes Alliance right now. Master, Shimin Chui Shui requests to join the Heroes Alliance and fight for you in the future. Ouyang Feng also requests to join the Heroes Alliance. Shimin Chui Shui and Ouyang Feng's voices sounded. Qin Feng was slightly stunned. So the Heroes Alliance could accept Shimin Chui Shui and Ouyang Feng? Qin Feng hurriedly gave it a try, and he used his mind to agree to their requests. In the next second, 2 dragon roars came from the dragon and phoenix rankings in the Heroes Alliance. The brass rankings flashed, and Ouyang Feng and Shimin Chui Shui's names appeared on the boards below Qin Feng. It's really possible. Qin Feng was excited when he saw the changes on the dragon and phoenix rankings. The second side mission of the founder was to recruit 10 stage 6 inner Qi disciples and above to join the Heroes Alliance. Qin Feng had recruited 2 of them in the blink of an eye. After he was done with the Heroes Alliance, Qin Feng fell asleep on his bed. Lu Bingbing was too wild last night, and Qin Feng was exhausted. Qin Feng slept until the afternoon, and he was woken up by Chang Xian's phone call. The concert was about to start, but Chang Xian didn't see Qin Feng, so she called to cause trouble for him. Qin Feng hung up the phone with a helpless smile on his face. He quickly put on his clothes and rushed to the biology laboratory in the old campus. Although it was the second night of the Pretty Girls concert, the venue was still unusually lively. The number of students attending the concert increased, and rows of students watched the concert with binoculars. Those who didn't know better would think that it was a military exercise. The concert had just begun when Qin Feng arrived at the scene. Rao Sherman's heavenly voice resounded across the spacious sports field. As usual, Zhang Ke focused on dancing. Her sexy and lively movements had won her a lot of loyal fans. Xiao Feng, what took you so long? Where the hell have you been? Chang Xian walked up to Qin Feng with a straight face as soon as he arrived. I overslept, said Qin Feng awkwardly while scratching his head. Xiao Feng was the personal assistant of the Pretty Girls. How could he oversleep during such an important event like the concert? Chang Xian was even more furious when she heard Xiao Feng's words. Sleep, sleep, sleep. You only know how to sleep. Are you a pig? You slept for a day and a night? Who said I slept for a day and a night? I didn't sleep well last night, did I? Qin Feng curled his lips and said, You don't sleep at night and sleep during the day? Do you think you're a rat? Chang Xian didn't know what was wrong with her. She suddenly liked the feeling of bickering with Xiao Feng. I watched TV all night. Is that okay? Qin Feng also realized that Chang Xian liked to cause trouble for him. Don't tell me this lass has fallen in love with me again? Sigh. This is the problem of a charming man. Chang Xian's expression changed when she heard that Qin Feng had stayed up all night watching TV. When Chang Xian saw Qin Feng indulging himself in sensual pleasures, she mistakenly thought that Qin Feng was watching porn last night. When she recalled that Qin Feng was hiding in the dorm next to hers and watching porn the whole night, she wondered if he was fantasizing about her during that time. Chang Xian felt uncomfortable all over her body. You pervert. You're disgusting. Chang Xian blushed and stormed away in a huff. Qin Feng was baffled. He stared at Chang Xian's perky buttocks for a while and mumbled to himself, Did this woman take her medicine before going out? Yes, that must be it. After Chang Xian left, Qin Feng started to wander around the grassland. Lu Shu and Yang Kan were absent tonight, so Qin Feng wasn't worried about the safety of Zhang Ke and Rao Sherman. After all, there were a dozen police officers guarding the stage, so the students wouldn't do anything reckless. However, Lu Bingbing didn't lead the team tonight. She seemed to be hiding from Qin Feng. Suddenly, Qin Feng's footsteps came to a halt. A glint flashed in his deep eyes. He saw a familiar face among the fans. It was teacher Yun Xiao. Yun Xiao and Yun Zhe came together. Both of them were sitting in the last row. Yun Xiao wore a red woolen blouse, a short skirt, and black cotton socks. Her slender and beautiful legs were very eye-catching. Ever since Qin Feng had sex with Yun Xiao at the Fei Tian bar, he hadn't seen her again. In the blink of an eye, almost half a year had passed. Now that he saw Yun Xiao sitting quietly in the crowd, and she was such a beautiful lady, Qin Feng hurriedly walked over to her. Friend, what can I do for you? Just as Qin Feng walked over, Yun Zhe stood up and blocked Qin Feng. Qin Feng was surprised when he saw Yun Zhe and Yun Xiao sitting together. Both of them have the surname Yun. Are they brother and sister? Qin Feng carefully sized up Yun Zhe. He really did look a little similar to Yun Xiao. Yin. Cough cough, friend. I'm teacher Xiao Feng from the Capital University. I'm in charge of maintaining order and safety at the concert. You don't seem to be a student from the Capital University? Qin Feng almost called out Yun Zhe's name, so he quickly changed his words. After Yun Zhe found out Qin Feng's identity, the vigilance between his brows relaxed. He smiled and said to Qin Feng, Hello, teacher Xiao Feng. My sister and I are from the capital city's Yun family. My sister likes the beautiful girl group, so I accompanied her to watch the concert tonight. Don't worry, Teacher Qiao Feng. We are not bad people, nor do we have any ill intentions. Hearing Yunzhe's words, Qin Feng was amazed in his heart. Yunzhe and Yun Xiao were really siblings. Qin Feng had met Yunzhe in Acropolis City, and Yunzhe had even taken the initiative to acknowledge Qin Feng as his big brother. Qin Feng also liked Yunzhe's character, and even gave the orange equipment fire rod that he had obtained from the Sima family's old man in Acropolis City to Yunzhe. Hee, little brother Yunzhe, don't worry. I have no intention of chasing you away. I just think that your sister is very beautiful, so I wanted to come over and get to know you. Qin Feng looked at Yun Xiao with a smile. The reason he said this was because he wanted to find out about Yun Zhao's current situation. Back then, Yun Xiao had left Acropolis City because of her family's forced marriage. Later on, Qin Feng had Dongfang Mingwang stop the marriage that the Yun family had arranged for Yun Xiao. However, Qin Feng was still a little worried. After all, Yun Xiao was already Qin Feng's woman. Teacher Qiao Feng, my sister doesn't like to make friends. Please leave. Yunzhe, who was kind a moment ago, instantly became cold. He could not allow anyone to have any ideas about his sister. Chapter 649. Teacher Yun Xiao was as kind and refined as before. She spoke politely and didn't offend anyone, but she didn't get close to anyone either. Previously, Yun Xiao was slightly autistic. Qin Feng followed the system's quest and helped Yun Xiao get rid of this symptom. However, he hadn't seen Yun Xiao for almost half a year. Now that he saw Yun Xiao again, Qin Feng felt that her autistic phobia had worsened. Beauty Yun Xiao, I just want to be friends with you. I don't have any ill intentions. Can I sit next to you and watch the concert with you? Yun Zhao's words were clearly rejecting Qin Feng, but Qin Feng pretended not to hear it. He even walked toward Yun Xiao. Disgust flashed across Yun Xiao and Yunzhe's faces. However, before the two of them could speak, someone suddenly jumped out of the crowd and yelled at Qin Feng. Fuck, so it's you, you little tramp. How dare you tease this young master's fiancé? Are you itching for a beating? The man who jumped out wore a black suit. He had fair skin and an imposing appearance. One look, and one could tell he was a disciple of a large family. Qin Feng had seen this person before. At the gathering of the rich and powerful the night before, this guy laughed at Wuxia with Gao Tianyao and the others. If Qin Feng remembered correctly, this person was from the Luo family, one of the 5 small families in the capital. He seemed to have been kicked by Liang Yu and hung on the chandelier on the ceiling for a while. So it's young Master Luo. It's too dark here, so I didn't recognize you. What did you say you were to Beauty Yun Xiao? Qin Feng's smile carried a hint of coldness. He actually heard it clearly, but he wasn't willing to accept it. How could Yun Xiao be someone else's fiancé? Did she volunteer? Or was she forced by her family? When Luo Bin heard Qin Feng call him young Master Luo, he thought Qin Feng was afraid of him. He instantly put on an arrogant posture and glared at Qin Feng coldly as he yelled, "Are you fucking deaf? I'm Yun Zhao's fiancé. How dare you have designs on my woman? I'll beat you to death." Luo Bin had recognized Qin Feng a long time ago. 2 nights ago, Qin Feng and Lu Jia went to the gathering of the rich and powerful. Since Lu Jia was unpopular among the upper class, Luo Bin didn't take Qin Feng seriously. A person who could hang out with a good-for-nothing like Lu Jia must be a good-for-nothing too. Of course, Luo Bin was the same as Gao Tianyao. After he was knocked out by Liang Yu, he didn't know what happened in the soaring cloud mansion. Otherwise, he wouldn't have dared to yell in front of Qin Feng. Pa! Before Luo Bin could make a move, Qin Feng had already slapped him. Qin Feng didn't control the strength of this slap well, and it sent Luo Bin tumbling to the ground. Luo Bin rolled a few times before stopping. Qin Feng's chest heaved violently, and his face was ashen. He didn't know why he was so angry, and the thought of killing Luo Bin flashed through his mind. You fucking dare hit me? I'll fight it out with you. Luo Bin was stunned at first, but he quickly regained his senses. He ignored the pain on his face and got up to pounce on Qin Feng. His expression was ferocious, as if he wanted to skin Qin Feng alive.
Pa!
Another slap sounded. This time it wasn't from Qin Feng. A tall and sturdy figure stood in front of Qin Feng. When he swung his arm, his fat jiggled. Motherfucker! Who the hell are you, brat? You dare to mess with Professor Qiaofeng? I'm going to beat you to death today. The person was the big fatty, Lu Jia. He was now Qiaofeng's loyal follower. When he saw that Luo Bin had gone to Provincial Capital University to mess with Professor Qiaofeng, Lu Jia jumped out and gave him a good beating. Pa pa pa. The sound of the slaps was rhythmic and blended with Rao Sherman's music, as if it was an accompaniment to her song. Lu Jia used to be bullied by rich young masters like Luo Bin and Gao Tianyao. Ever since he followed Professor Qiaofeng to wreak havoc in the soaring cloud mansion, his vision had broadened and he became bolder. Whenever he saw these rich young masters, he would beat them up. After a long time, Lu Jia finally stopped because he was tired. Luo Bin's fair and handsome face was swollen like a pig's head. Qin Feng and Lu Jia almost couldn't recognize him. Young Master Luo, are you okay? Yun Xiao finally regained her senses. She looked at Qin Feng and Lu Jia resentfully and went to Luo Bin's side. Luo Bin was slapped in the face in front of Yun Xiao. He was so angry that his lungs were about to explode. His face was so painful that it felt like hundreds of needles were poking into it. Even the slightest wind could hurt him. However, Luo Bin couldn't embarrass himself in front of Yun Xiao. He could only endure the pain and act as if nothing had happened. Lu Jia, are you fucking crazy? I'm the young master of the Luo family. How dare you hit me? After Luo Bin regained his senses, he glared at Lu Jia in anger. In the past, it was always the young masters who ganged up to bully Lu Jia. They bullied him until he didn't want to bully him anymore. He never thought that he would be bullied by Lu Jia today.
Oh!
How dare you bark in front of Grandpa? Grandpa will give you a few more slaps to wake you up. Lu Jia swung his arm to hit Luo Bin again. Luo Bin was so scared that he retreated a few steps and had Yun Xiao stand in front of him. When Luo Bin did this, Qin Feng saw a flash of disappointment in Yun Xiao's eyes. However, Yun Xiao still took a step forward, looked at Lu Jia, and said, Lu Jia, stop hitting him. If you continue, things will really get out of hand. The Yun family was considered a big family in the provincial capital, and Yun Xiao knew Lu Jia. Lu Jia was in a fit of anger, so he ignored Yun Xiao's advice and went around her to chase after Luo Bin. Lu Jia, come back,
Qin Feng suddenly said.
Lu Jia was slightly stunned, but he returned to Qin Feng's side in the end. Qin Feng looked at Yun Xiao and felt a little upset. Then he looked at Luo Bin and said, Provincial Capital University doesn't welcome you. Hurry up and scram. Luo Bin clenched his fists. He was so angry that he wanted to rush up and fight Qin Feng. As a disciple of one of the 5 small families, when had he ever been bullied like this? However, when he saw Lu Jia suddenly take a step forward, Luo Bin's anger immediately dissipated. He was so scared that he ran away with his tail between his legs. Seeing Luo Bin abandon them and run away, Yun Xiao and Yunze shook their heads and sighed. Sis, don't you want to think about it again? That guy, Luo Bin, is not worthy of you at all. It's best if you don't get married yet. I've already broken through to the 4th stage of the inner chi, and I've even obtained the orange fire rod that a big brother gave me. I'm confident that I can take the position of patriarch with my own strength. Yunze looked at Yun Xiao with a sincere expression. Yun Xiao's furrowed eyebrows slowly relaxed as she revealed a smile and said, Little brother, I've already decided, so don't try to persuade me. The patriarch election is only a few days away. Just focus on your martial arts and don't worry about anything else. Yun Xiao had a lot of things in her heart that she didn't tell Yunze. How could the election for the position of the young patriarch be as simple as Yunze thought? Yun Xiao believed that Yunze's current strength was the highest among the younger generation of the Yun family. However, the patriarch election was not only about individual combat strength, but also about the power behind each candidate. Yunze didn't have any power behind him. If Yun Xiao didn't get some support for her brother through marriage, then her brother's young patriarch election would really have no hope at all. Sis, why don't you meet the big brother I told you about first and see if you like him? Yunze still wanted to persuade his sister. The big brother he was talking about was Qin Feng. Yunze had met Qin Feng in Acropolis City and had high hopes for Qin Feng. If big brother Qin Feng could be Yunze's brother-in-law, Yunze would definitely approve of it. Yunze, you're not going to listen to your sister anymore? Don't mention these things anymore outside. Yun Zhao's face suddenly turned cold, and her tone carried an unquestionable dignity. Yunze saw that his sister seemed to be really angry, so he didn't dare to continue persuading her. The siblings continued to sit on the ground and watch the concert as if nothing had happened. However, their minds were no longer on the concert as they were thinking about something else. Beauty Yun Xiao, what's on your mind? Tell me, I'll help you analyze it. A familiar voice suddenly sounded in Yun Zhao's ears. Yun Zhao's entire body trembled as she suddenly raised her head to look to her side. Xiao Feng's extremely ordinary face was imprinted in Yun Zhao's beautiful eyes. Yun Zhao's sexy red lips trembled slightly as she opened and closed them for a while, but in the end, she didn't say anything. Beauty, what's wrong? Are you feeling unwell somewhere? Qin Feng looked at Yun Xiao with a smile. He had purposely used his original voice to speak to Yun Xiao just now to see her reaction. Yun Zhao's reaction was very strong, and her beautiful eyes flickered with excitement. Qin Feng felt a little more at ease. It seemed that teacher Yun Xiao had not forgotten about him. I'm fine. Didn't you speak with this voice just now? Can you say something for me to hear? Yun Xiao looked at Qin Feng probingly. Beauty, do you like my voice? If that's the case, I'm willing to chat with you for the entire night. When Qin Feng recovered Xiao Feng's voice, a hint of disappointment immediately appeared on Yun Zhao's handsome face. She sighed and shook her head. She thought that she missed Qin Feng too much that she was hearing things. Sis, are you alright? Do you want me to help you chase that annoying ghost away? Yunze also noticed his sister's abnormality and stared at Qin Feng with an unfriendly gaze.
Hey,
you stinking brat, if you dare to stare at teacher Xiao Feng again, do you believe that I won't beat you up? Lu Jie, who was sitting beside Qin Feng, suddenly stood up and glared at Yunze. Yunze also stood up with a swoosh and did not avoid his gaze. That depends on whether you have the ability to do so. As he spoke, Yunze raised his hand and directly grabbed the cloth bag tied to his back. The cloth bag was removed, and the fire rod that was flickering with an orange light entered Lu Jie's eyes. It's even an orange-grade spirit weapon. When did this orange-grade treasure become so worthless? Why are they everywhere? Brat, just you wait. I'll scare you to death later. Lu Jie ran away angrily. Not long later, he ran back carrying a huge object. The object was more than 2 meters long, and there was also a cloth bag tied to it. After Lu Jie took off the cloth bag layer by layer, a strange light flashed in Yunze's black eyes. It was actually an orange-grade broadsword. Brat, are you scared now? Lu Jie carried the overlord chop and stared at Yunze proudly. Yunze quickly regained his senses and frowned. I'm not afraid of you. You might not be my match. Ha! Brat, you really won't give up until you reach the Yellow River. Then let's spar. Ever since Lu Jie obtained the overlord chop, he had never used it to fight. Now that he had someone to practice with, Lu Jie was very excited. Who's afraid of who? Yunze was not careless either. With a leap, he ran towards the empty space in the distance. There were too many people here, so it would not be good if they really fought. Lu Jie's eyes flickered. He called out to Qin Feng and chased after Yunze. Teacher Xiao Feng, I'll go take care of that guy. Yunze. Seeing that her brother had run off to fight, Yun Zhao's face was filled with worry. She stood up and was about to call her brother back. Qin Feng was very clear about Lu Jie and Yunze's strength. The two of them were evenly matched, so even if they fought for a day and a night, nothing would happen. Qin Feng immediately grabbed Yunze's wrist and pulled her back to sit down. Chapter 650. Yun Xiao sat on the grass with a dazed expression. She had indeed become excited when she heard Qin Feng's voice. Yun Xiao hadn't seen Qin Feng for almost half a year, and she had been thinking about Qin Feng. This was Yun Xiao's first man. Yun Xiao had been struggling for the past half a year. On one hand, she wanted to get married to help her brother strengthen his power and take the position of family head. On the other hand, she didn't want to betray Qin Feng and become someone else's woman. This struggle had finally been resolved some time ago because Yun Xiao had learned of Qin Feng's death. Yun Xiao's heart was filled with despair. She had taken the initiative to marry the Luo family. She had already thought about it. As long as she helped her brother take the position of young master, she would go and meet Qin Feng. There were too many obstacles in the world, so Yun Xiao would stay with Qin Feng in heaven forever. Yun Xiao was lost in thought when she thought about Qin Feng. When she came back to her senses, she screamed in shock and immediately shook off Xiao Feng's hand. "Do not touch me." Yun Xiao moved to the side and maintained a safe distance from Qin Feng. Qin Feng had pulled Yun Xiao to sit down and felt that it was comfortable to touch her wrist. He didn't expect to scare Yun Xiao. "Beauty Yun Xiao, don't be nervous. I don't have any ill intentions towards you. I heard you and your brother talking about the marriage."
Can you tell me?
Qin Feng's expression became serious. Yun Xiao was slightly stunned. She didn't understand why Xiao Feng was asking about this. "What does this have to do with you?" Yun Xiao always felt that Xiao Feng had crooked thoughts about her beauty, so she didn't pay much attention to Qin Feng. "That's my business, you don't need to know." The corners of Qin Feng's mouth twitched. He found that there were also times when he was in trouble, when he changed his identity to Xiao Feng. In the past, there were a bunch of women who were intimate with Qin Feng, but now they all avoided Qin Feng. This made Qin Feng extremely depressed. "You're married to the Luo family's Luo Bin? That brat isn't a good person. Miss Yun Xiao, you have to think twice." Qin Feng took the initiative to persuade Yun Xiao. Yun Xiao rolled her eyes at Qin Feng and said, "Then are you a good person?"
Of course I am.
Qin Feng had a serious expression. "Why can't I tell? I don't think you're a good person either." Yun Xiao pouted and revealed a bit of flirtatious expression. Qin Feng was a bit excited. "I'm a good person. Touch my heart. Can you feel it beating?" Qin Feng was excited. He grabbed Cloudy Sky's lily-white hand and placed it on his chest. Yun Xiao cried out in fear and quickly pulled his hand back. Many students turned their heads to look, and when they saw that it was teacher Xiao Feng, they turned their heads back. So it turned out that teacher Xiao Feng was picking up girls again. "You, what are you doing? How can you be so careless, you? Don't touch me, otherwise I'll call the police." Yun Xiao was almost angered to death as his chest heaved up and down. "Beauty, don't overreact so much. You're the one who touched me." "I haven't even screamed yet," Qin Feng said indifferently. Yun Xiao's face turned black with anger. "What are you shouting for? If you weren't grabbing my hand, who would want to touch you?"
Disgusting.
Yun Xiao couldn't stand Qin Feng and moved to the side. If it wasn't for the fact that her little brother Yun Zhe hadn't returned, Yun Xiao would have left immediately. Okay, I won't touch you. No, I won't let you touch me, okay?" Qin Feng said seriously. Yun Xiao nodded dumbly. She suddenly yelled angrily, "What nonsense are you talking about? Who touched you? You're really hateful." Yun Xiao was so angry that her face turned red like a big, ripe apple. Qin Feng really wanted to hug Yun Xiao and take a bite. Seeing that Yun Xiao was really going to leave in anger, Qin Feng didn't tease her. He suddenly said seriously, "Yun Xiao, you don't like Luo Bin, right?" Qin Feng's tempo changed too quickly, and Yun Xiao couldn't keep up. After being stunned for a long time, Yun Xiao said, "I really don't like him, but it's none of your business." Qin Feng's heart relaxed. It seemed that Yun Xiao was forced to marry because of her little brother. When Yun Xiao left the airport, Qin Feng had received a quest from the system to help Yun Zhao's little brother Yun Zhe obtain the position of the young patriarch. Qin Feng thought about it for a bit and understood the reason. "When is the Yun family's young patriarch election?" Qin Feng suddenly asked. He wanted to help Yun Zhe take down the young patriarch and let Yun Xiao be his woman openly. "Ah. Why are you asking this?" Yun Xiao couldn't react. She felt that Xiao Feng was a strange person. Oh, I know some family members in the capital. I was thinking of waiting for the Yin family's young patriarch election, and I'll go support little brother Yunzhe. Yun Zhao's delicate body trembled slightly. She didn't think that Xiao Feng would be willing to help her little brother. Even if Yun Xiao didn't have a good impression of Xiao Feng, for the sake of her little brother, her tone softened a lot. Then I'll thank you on behalf of my little brother. The Yun family's young patriarch election will begin in half a month. I hope that teacher Xiao Feng will really come then. Of course. I promised Beauty Yun Xiao that I wouldn't go back on my word. Oh, right, if I help your little brother, do you have any reward for me? Can I hug you? Qin Feng looked at Yun Xiao sloppily, angering her to death. Stinking hooligan, dead pervert. Whether you help me or not, I don't want to see you again. Yun Xiao really couldn't stand Xiao Feng anymore. She even suspected that Xiao Feng saying that he would help her brother was just an excuse. His real goal was probably to pick her up. Beauty Yun Xiao, don't go. Your little brother isn't back yet. Seeing that Yun Xiao was really angered to the point of leaving, Qin Feng hurriedly chased after her. Yun Xiao was shocked. She thought that Qin Feng was going to use force if a soft approach didn't work. Now that her little brother Yunzhe wasn't here, Yun Xiao was worried to death. Yun Xiao was wearing high heels, so she fell in a hurry. Qin Feng hurriedly rushed over and grabbed Yun Xiao's calf to check. Hey, you, what do you want to do? My ankle is twisted. It hurts, don't touch me. Can't you take me to the hospital? Yun Xiao couldn't even stand up now. She couldn't run even if she wanted to. Seeing Xiao Feng grab her calf, Yun Xiao was scared to death. Qin Feng didn't say anything. He gently took off Yun Xiao's high heels and put his hand under Yun Xiao's skirt. Yun Xiao was so scared that she struggled with all her might. Don't touch me. Little brother, hurry and save me. Yun Xiao's little fist hammered Qin Feng's head over and over again, almost causing a bump to appear on Qin Feng's head. Qin Feng endured the pain and grabbed the bottom of Yun Xiao's knee socks. He took off the black knee socks on Yun Xiao's right leg. Yun Xiao's struggle became more and more intense. Qin Feng was afraid that she would hurt her sprained ankle, so he could only hold her in his arms and control Yun Xiao's movements. Don't be so agitated. I'm just helping you take a look at your sprained ankle. It's not like I'm doing anything. What's more, there are so many students here. What can I do? Qin Feng had a helpless expression. Yun Xiao felt that half of her body was stuck to Xiao Feng. She was so anxious that tears welled up in her eyes. Yun Xiao didn't dare to yell. After all, she was the daughter of a large family in Jingdu. If this scene was seen by others and spread, the Luo family might reject this marriage alliance. Xiao Feng, I'm begging you. Can you not touch me? I don't like you. Yun Xiao looked at Qin Feng with a pleading expression. Qin Feng's heart ached a little. Qin Feng slowly let go of Yun Xiao and grabbed her right foot. He sent strands of inner qi to Yun Xiao's ankle. Qin Feng even helped her rub it a few times. Suddenly, Yun Xiao didn't feel the pain in her foot anymore. Your foot is fine. I have no ill intentions towards you. I'm a teacher at Jingdu University's medical school. After Qin Feng treated Yun Xiao's sprained ankle, he took the initiative to help Yun Xiao put on the black knee socks. Qin Feng's fingers touched the skin of Yun Xiao's calf several times. It was as smooth as silk. When Yun Xiao came back to her senses, Qin Feng had already helped her put on her high heels. Looking at Qin Feng's serious and focused expression, Yun Xiao actually forgot to resist. Stand up and try to walk. Do you need me to help you? Yun Xiao hurriedly shook her head and slowly stood up. She walked around a few times and realized that her sprained ankle was really healed. Sis, are you alright? Why did you come here? A black shadow flickered and suddenly appeared beside Yun Xiao. When Yun Xiao saw her brother, she immediately grabbed his arm and sized him up. After confirming that her brother wasn't injured, Yun Xiao was relieved. Yunzhe, let's go home. Yun Xiao didn't say what had just happened. She only secretly glanced at Qin Feng. Yunzhe felt that something was wrong. He glared at Qin Feng with an unfriendly gaze. Sis, Is this person trying to bully you? Tell me, I'll beat him up right now. Yunze returned, but Qin Feng didn't see Lu Jie return. Yunzhao's expression changed a few times, but in the end, she didn't say anything and pulled Yunze away. He didn't bully Big Sister. Let's go home. Big Sister is a little tired. Yun Xiao quickly left with Yunze. Qin Feng looked at Yunzhao's thin and lonely back and felt his heart ache. However, Qin Feng decided to make a trip to the Yun family in half a month. He believed that at that time, he would be able to help Yunze become the young patriarch.
Ow.
Teacher Qiao Feng, did you see that brat Yunze? Ouch. It hurts so much. I'm going to fight it out with him. After Yunze and Yun Xiao left for a while, Lu Jie ran over from afar while cursing. When he saw Lu Jie, Qin Feng was stunned. If not for his voice, he wouldn't have been able to recognize him. Lu Jie, who beat you up like this? Qin Feng looked at Lu Jie, whose clothes were tattered and whose face was swollen like a pig's head. He was astonished. Who else could it be? It's that brat Yunze. Even though that guy looks fair and tender, he's really something. No, I'm going to get revenge on him, Lu Jie said. Wind was coming out of Lu Jie's mouth. It seemed like his teeth were knocked out. Qin Feng was even more astonished. How did you get beaten up by Yunze?
I saw Yunze just now. He's completely fine.
Aren't you guys at the peak of stage 4 inner chi? Fuck, that guy is at stage 5 inner chi, okay? According to him, he just broke through to stage 5 inner chi recently. I'm no match for him at all. Lu Jie's expression was gloomy. Qin Feng was even more gloomy when he heard Lu Jie's words. No wonder I couldn't find you in the crowd. You're fucking done for. Look who I've brought with me. While Lu Jie was complaining to Qin Feng, a series of curses suddenly came from behind him. Brat, you fucking bastard. Qin Feng and Luo Bin looked over at the same time. It was Luo Bin who had called Gao Tianyao over. Young Master Gao, that's the bastard. Do you remember him? He went to the gathering with that idiot Lu Jie the night before yesterday. He and Lu Jie even dared to bully me just now. Hurry up and help me cripple him. Luo Bin's family specialized in researching and developing advanced technology. He had looked down on ancient martial arts since he was young, so he couldn't even break through to stage 1 inner chi. Therefore, Luo Bin called Gao Tianyao, who was at stage 4 inner chi, over to vent his anger. Chapter 651. With Gao Tianyao's presence, Luo Bin was full of confidence. He did not take Qin Feng and Lu Jie seriously. Gao Tianyao recognized Qiao Feng. After he was beaten up by the willow tree last night, he went back to his family to find out what had happened. He now knew what had happened to the soaring cloud mansion after he fainted. Gao Tianyao was furious with Luo Bin. Lu Jie, who was standing behind Qin Feng, was livid. You bastard. How dare you talk behind my back? I'll beat you to death. Lu Jigong had just been beaten up by Yunze, and his heart was filled with anger. He brandished his overlord chop and slashed towards Luo Bin. Luo Bin was scared out of his wits. He called for Gao Tianyao's help, but when he turned around, Gao Tianyao had already escaped. Trying to run? Humph.
Fall.
Luo Bin was sent flying by Lu Jie's overlord slash. Lu Jie raised his sword and chased after Gao Tianyao. Qin Feng looked at Luo Bin, who was foaming at the mouth on the ground. He shook his head and sighed. You brought this upon yourself. The concert went smoothly. Qin Feng sat in the last row and watched the two beauties sing and dance. He began to like them. Lu Jie tortured Luo Bin and Gao Tianyao for the whole night. From time to time, screams could be heard from the lawn behind him. However, the screams were masked by the music, so only Qin Feng could hear them. After the concert, Qin Feng and Chang Xian escorted Rao Sherman and Zhang Kuku back to their dormitory. The two girls were hungry after singing for the whole night, so they ordered Qin Feng to buy supper for them. They treated Qin Feng like a servant. Qin Feng didn't want to fight with women. Since these three women would become his women sooner or later, he bought a lot of supper for them. Rao Sherman and Chang Xian were hungry, but they ate like ladies. Zhang Kuku, on the other hand, did not care about food. She dangled her leg on Qin Feng's thigh, grabbed a chicken drumstick with one hand and a lobster with the other. Her mouth was covered with grease. Coco, you're drinking Teacher Qiao Feng's drink.
Put it down.
Zhang Coco gulped down her orange juice. Rao Sherman cried out in surprise. Zhang Coco did not mind that she had drunk the wrong drink. She wiped her mouth with the back of her hand and stuck her tongue out at Rao Sherman. So what if he drank wrongly? Since Teacher Qiao Feng bought Kiki a delicious midnight snack, I'll just treat it as a late-night benefit for him. Qin Feng's face darkened when he saw that the glass was covered in oil and there were a few chicken scraps on it. Was this a late-night benefit?
Don't disgust me.
You can drink this water. I'm not going to drink it. Qin Feng pushed the glass of water to Zhang Coco and looked at her in disgust. Zhang Coco was displeased. She puffed up her chest and glared at Qin Feng. You really don't know what's good for you. Many people want to drink Coco's drink, but they can't even taste it. This is an indirect kiss. Qin Feng lowered his head and saw a pair of large white rabbits. He was about to drool. Then take this cup of late-night welfare to your fans. Let's see who dares to drink it. Qin Feng purposely angered Zhang Coco because the rabbit started bobbing up and down. Qin Feng enjoyed watching it.
Ouch.
Uncle, you're really pissing me off. My stomach is hurting from anger. Zhang Coco threw away the chicken leg and lobster. She wiped her hands and ran to the bed to lie down. Qin Feng, Rao Sherman, and the others didn't pay attention to her. They thought she was acting again. The three of them ate for a while. Zhang Coco's screams became more and more intense, as if she was giving birth. Rao Sherman felt something was wrong. She ran to Zhang Coco's bedside.
Ah.
Coco, are you having a fever? Why is your head so hot? Zhang Coco's face was pale. She looked at Rao Sherman and said, Sherman, I've been in pain for almost half an hour.
Why aren't you worried about me? Sob.
Rao Sherman became nervous. She thought Zhang Coco was pretending to be sick.
Who knew she was really sick?
Teacher Qiao Feng, come here quickly.
Coco is really sick.
Qin Feng was famous in Provincial Capital University for his medical skills. Rao Sherman knew Teacher Qiao Feng's reputation after staying at the university for 3 days. She hastily called Qin Feng over. Qin Feng strode to Zhang Coco's bedside and placed his hand on her cheek. Is she really having a fever? Qin Feng's expression turned serious. He also thought this silly girl was pretending to be sick.
Sob.
Uncle, is your saliva poisonous? Did I get poisoned after drinking your drink? Qin Feng was about to examine Zhang Coco when he heard Zhang Coco's words. He was so angry that he almost fainted. Your saliva is poisonous. Don't talk nonsense if you want to cure her. Qin Feng glared at Zhang Coco. Zhang Coco pouted and looked at Rao Sherman and Chang Xian. Qiao Feng, Coco is sick. Why are you yelling at her? Don't you have the bearing of a man? Teacher Qiao Feng, if you can't cure Coco, I'm going to send her to the hospital. Qin Feng was displeased that he was scolded for saving someone. His eyes lit up when he saw Zhang Coco, who was lying on the bed smugly. After being bullied by this girl so many times, it's time to collect some interest. Ahem. Of course, I can cure Coco. I'm a miracle doctor from Provincial Capital University. Stand further away and don't block the light. Let me examine Coco's illness first. Rao Sherman and Chang Xian did not think too much about Qin Feng's medical skills. They took a few steps back and opened up a space for Zhang Coco. Qin Feng's hands were already on Zhang Coco's body, and he lifted her sling.
Ah.
Uncle, what are you doing? Zhang Coco shrieked. Before Rao Sherman and Chang Xian could answer, Qin Feng interrupted. Don't make a fuss. I'm examining your body. A doctor doesn't discriminate between men and women. Don't let your imagination run wild. As Qin Feng spoke, he placed his palm on Zhang Coco's flat abdomen. Her skin was as smooth as jade, and it was warm and fragrant. Rao Sherman and Chang Xian stood together nervously. Seeing that Qin Feng didn't go overboard, they didn't interrupt him. Wisps of inner qi flowed from Qin Feng's palm into Zhang Coco's abdomen. Qin Feng's palm moved slowly, making Zhang Keke's body itch as if she was electrocuted. Zhang Keke's body was getting hotter and hotter, and her cheeks were as red as an apple. Qin Feng massaged her lower abdomen and her thighs. Then he stood up and said, "All right, you're fine. It's just that you've been too tired recently and you've been too excited, so your body's metabolism has some problems. You'll be fine after a good rest." As soon as Qin Feng finished speaking, the three women stared at him with wide eyes. Metabolism problem? Then why did you touch Keke's stomach and her thighs? Chang Xian was displeased. It was obvious that Qin Feng's words couldn't convince her. Zhang Keke pouted and complained, "That perverted uncle even touched my butt and chest." "Ah? Why you touched Keke's?" Rao Sherman was shocked. Teacher Qiao Feng was too perverted. He took advantage of Kiki under the guise of treating her illness. Shameless. He's too shameless. I'm going to call the police now. Chang Xian's face turned ashen. She took out her cell phone and was about to make a call. Zhang Keke suddenly sat up and exclaimed in surprise, My stomach doesn't hurt anymore, and my head doesn't feel hot anymore. I'm fine now." Chang Xian hastily hung up the phone before she could make the call. She walked up to Zhang Keke and touched her head. She confirmed that Zhang Keke's fever had subsided. Chang Xian was also a doctor, but she was still amazed by Qiao Feng's miraculous medical skills. Why does this person resemble Qin Feng more and more? Both of them have miraculous medical skills and love to flirt with girls. After Zhang Keke was cured, Chang Xian and Rao Sherman did not know how to face Qin Feng. Qin Feng said with a straight face, "Since Kiki Ko has recovered, I'll take my leave." "Oh right, Kiki, don't use the spirit cleansing talisman continuously. Your body's tolerance is limited. If you use it too much, your body won't be able to withstand it and you'll fall sick." Qin Feng had long discovered the cause of Zhang Keke's illness. It turned out that Zhang Keke had used the spirit cleansing talisman too many times. Every time she felt mentally exhausted, the inner qi inside the spirit cleansing talisman would forcefully refresh her mind. It was fine if she used it once or twice, but after a few times, some of the inner qi would accumulate in her body. Since Zhang Keke had never practiced martial arts, she could not circulate her inner qi out of her body. "Uncle, you know about the spirit cleansing talisman? You must have bought some talismans from that stinky Taoist, right?" Zhang Keke looked at Qin Feng in surprise. Qin Feng did not explain. He glanced at Zhang Keke's fair thighs and felt that the flesh there was soft. "Have an early rest. I'm going back now." Qin Feng walked out of the dormitory as if nothing had happened. The three girls only regained their senses after he left. Why did that stupid uncle leave? He took advantage of me," Zhang Keke exclaimed. Rao Sherman and Chang Xian also regained their senses. "That's right. Why did he let him go so easily?" Before the three girls regained their senses, Qin Feng had already run back to his room. He locked the door and switched off his cell phone. Then, he lay comfortably on the big bed and slept soundly. The Pretty Girl Group's concert lasted for 3 consecutive nights. On the third night, many people in Jindu City learned about the Pretty Girl Group's concert at Provincial Capital University. Other than the students of Provincial Capital University, more than half of the fans from outside the university came to cheer for them. Tonight, Lu Bingbing personally led the team to maintain order. Originally, there were 10 police officers and 20 security guards from Provincial Capital University. Now, there were 20 more people. In total, there were more than 50 security guards and police officers. Each of them had a baton, and they even set up a cordon 10 meters away from the stage. The scene was too spectacular. Qin Feng dared not let his guard down when he saw so many fans from outside the university. He and Chang Xian stood at the edge of the stage and kept an eye on their surroundings. To Qin Feng's surprise, Dongfang Qing Shui came to cheer for the concert. She was good friends with Rao Sherman, so she came to watch Rao Sherman perform. Many rich young masters in Jindu City followed Dongfang Qing Shui to the concert. However, these arrogant and despotic young masters were as obedient as kittens in front of Dongfang Qing Shui. They could only gather from afar and peek at Dongfang Qing Shui. None of them dared to approach her. Dongfang Qingxue and Lu Bingbing were both here. They were two of the 4 fairies of Provincial Capital University. It was a rare sight to see both of them at the old campus at the same time. The concert was exceptionally popular. The students screamed for 3 consecutive days and 3 nights until their throats were hoarse. However, the field was still filled with the cheers of a male duck. Rao Sherman sang for 3 consecutive nights, and her throat was exhausted. Zhang Kuku was in a worse state. She almost died of exhaustion after dancing for 3 consecutive nights. However, both of them persevered in their singing and dancing. This was their spirit and the reason why they had so many crazy fans. It was easy for people to fall in love with them. Even Qin Feng had fallen in love with them. Time flies when one is having fun. The pretty girl group's 3-night concert came to an end. Rao Sherman and Zhang Kuku stood on the stage and panted heavily. Zhang Kuku was so tired that she sat on the ground. She had a carefree personality and didn't care about her image. Her carefree and unpretentious attitude won her more fans. Chapter 652. Rao Sherman stood on the stage. The lights shone on her beautiful face. She was as beautiful as a fairy. Rao Sherman was used to Zhang Kuku's casual personality. She did not call out to her when she saw Zhang Kuku sitting on the floor. Rao Sherman held the microphone and waited for the crowd to quiet down before she started speaking. Thank you, my fans, for attending my concert with Kuku. The 3-day concert has come to an end tonight. Kuku and I had a great time at Provincial Capital University. We look forward to meeting you again. After Rao Sherman finished her speech, she pulled Zhang Kuku down from the stage. Seeing that Zhang Kuku and Rao Sherman had left, the university students rushed toward the stage as though they had been injected with stimulants. The scene turned chaotic in an instant. More than 50 security guards had cordoned off the crowd. Rao Sherman and Zhang Kuku were a little nervous when they saw this scene. Big sister Chang Xian, teacher Qiao Feng, let's go back to the dormitory first. Rao Sherman went to their side the moment she got off the stage. Chang Xian also thought it was better to return to the dormitory first. She was about to leave with the 2 girls when Lu Bingbing ran over with a serious expression. Rao Sherman, Zhang Kuku, where are you going now? I'll send you back. Lu Bingbing's mission this time was to protect the 2 girls. She left the chaotic crowd to her subordinates and the university security guards while she personally protected Rao Sherman and Zhang Kuku. Then, please send us back to the dormitory first, Rao Sherman said to Lu Bingbing. Lu Bingbing nodded and glanced at Qin Feng. A blush flashed across her face, as if she had recalled the crazy things that happened with Qin Feng the night before. They escorted Rao Sherman and Zhang Kuku back to the dormitory. Suddenly, a beautiful figure appeared in front of them. Big sister Qing Shui. Rao Sherman ran to her excitedly. Sherman, you must be exhausted after these 3 days. Big sister is here to pick you up. Stay at my house for a few days. Dongfang Qing Shui was dressed in a long white dress. Big sister Qing Shui, bring me along. Otherwise, Kuku will be bored to death. Zhang Kuku ran to Dongfang Qing Shui's side and hugged her arm. Okay, you come with me. Dongfang Qing Shui looked at Zhang Kuku and smiled helplessly. It was obvious that she was familiar with Zhang Kuku and knew that this girl was very funny. Dongfang Qing Shui chatted with the 2 girls for a bit, then her gaze suddenly fell on Qiao Feng. A smile blossomed on her fresh and beautiful face. Teacher Qiao Feng, do you still remember me? I only thanked Teacher Qiao Feng verbally for what happened in the Soaring Cloud Mansion. Are you free tonight? How about we go for supper? Dongfang Qing Shui's appearance stunned Lu Bingbing and Chang Xian. Lu Bingbing didn't expect to see Dongfang Qing Shui here. Chang Xian, on the other hand, didn't recognize Dongfang Qing Shui. She didn't expect such a beautiful and perfect woman to exist in this world. She was like a fairy. Chang Xian thought her looks were outstanding, but she felt ashamed of herself when she stood in a group of beauties. Lu Bingbing and Dongfang Qing Shui, in particular, gave Chang Xian too much pressure. Are you going to treat Teacher Xiaofeng to supper? Then I'll go too, Lu Bingbing suddenly said, causing Dongfang Qingxue to be slightly stunned. Dongfang Qingxue knew Lu Bingbing and understood her temperament. She was the coldest among the 4 fairies in the provincial capital, so why would she take the initiative to show goodwill to Xiaofeng? Dongfang Qingxue couldn't figure out what was on Lu Bingbing's mind, and neither could Lu Bingbing. Didn't this woman always think she was virtuous? Why did she suddenly invite Qin Feng to supper? Lu Bingbing secretly pinched Qin Feng's lower back. She was furious. Why does this damned man flirt with every woman? Qin Feng felt wronged. Qin Feng was really wrong this time. He really wanted to know what Dongfang Qingxue had taken wrong medicine. Why would she fall for me? You must be Miss Lu, right? Nice to meet you. Dongfang Qingxue looked at Lu Bingbing with a faint smile. Lu Bingbing's expression remained as cold as ice. Miss Dongfang Qingxue, I didn't expect you to take the initiative to invite a man to dinner. The sun really rose from the west today. Dongfang Qingxue had a feeling that Lu Bingbing had a close relationship with Xiaofeng. Now that she heard the jealousy in Lu Bingbing's words, Dongfang Qingxue was certain. However, she still couldn't understand why Lu Bingbing would like a man like Xiaofeng. It's all thanks to Teacher Chang Xian and Teacher Xiaofeng's care that Sherman and Kiki are having a concert in Provincial Capital University. Isn't it normal for me to invite Teacher Xiaofeng to dinner? Dongfang Qingxue said with a faint smile. Humph. The university's security team and our police team are protecting the beautiful girl duo every night. Why don't you invite them as well? Lu Bingbing was full of hostility towards Dongfang Qingxue, as if she had eaten gunpowder. Dongfang Qingxue was also a little angry. She said indifferently, I can invite whoever I want. Do I need Miss Lu's permission? You can invite whoever you want. I don't care. But I care about Xiaofeng. Lu Bingbing didn't back down. Rao Sherman and the other 2 girls were dumbfounded. They couldn't accept the fact that the 2 fairy-like beauties were fighting for Xiaofeng's affections. At this moment, many rich young masters of the provincial capital had arrived. The scene of Lu Bingbing and Dongfang Qingxue fighting for Xiaofeng's affections fell into their eyes. Dongfang Qingxue had expressed her affection for Xiaofeng at the Soaring Cloud Mansion the night before. They didn't expect Dongfang Qingxue to really like Xiaofeng. And that Lu Bingbing. How did an icy woman like her fall in love with Xiaofeng? Looking at Xiaofeng's face that was so ordinary that they couldn't remember it, the corners of the dozens of rich young masters' mouths twitched. They felt deeply hurt. Lu Bingbing and Dongfang Qingxue fought for a while. They were equally matched. Dongfang Qingxue didn't look at Lu Bingbing. Instead, she said to Xiaofeng, Teacher Xiaofeng, I've changed my mind. We don't need to celebrate outside. Why don't Teacher Xiaofeng come with Sherman and Kiki to our Dongfang family's old mansion? Qingxue will cook for you tonight. Dongfang Qingxue threw a coquettish glance at Qin Feng. Qin Feng couldn't help but admit that this fiancé of his was really alluring. The eyes of the rich young masters surrounding them had just popped out of their sockets when their jaws dropped to the ground. They had never heard of Dongfang Qingxue inviting a man home. That was the Dongfang family's old mansion. The Crimson Dragon of China, Dongfang Mingwang, lived there. Xiaofeng isn't free. He has an appointment with me to have a candlelit dinner at my house tonight. Lu Bingbing suddenly grabbed Qin Feng's arm and glared at Dongfang Qingxue with hostility. Lu Bingbing's subordinates rushed over after finishing their work. When they saw the scene in front of them, they were so frightened that they quickly ran back to evacuate the crowd. Dongfang Qingxue's smiling face turned cold. Lu Bingbing's lily-white hand reached for the pistol behind her waist. The cold wind at night was bone-chilling. The confrontation between the 2 fairies of the provincial capital dropped the surrounding temperature by several degrees. No one dared to step forward to stop the fight. Do. Qin Feng's cell phone rang at an inopportune time. The ringtone was abrupt and piercing in the quiet environment. Qin Feng was having a headache because of the 2 women. He quickly picked up his cell phone and ran to the side to answer the call. Teacher Xiaofeng, where are you? We're going to America. Come and find me. The call was from Prince William. Qin Feng immediately perked up. What do you mean? Is there someone else going to America with us? Qin Feng feigned ignorance and asked.
Yeah.
I have a few American friends at school. They're coming with me. The more the merrier. We'll chat in the open space behind the biology lab. We'll wait for you. Prince William didn't wait for Qin Feng's reply and immediately hung up. Qin Feng knew the William family was about to make their move. He quickly took out the Dragon Gate's exclusive cell phone and sent a message to Yan Wushuang, telling her about the situation. After that, Lu Bingbing walked to Qin Feng's side. She glared at Qin Feng and asked in a low voice, Tell me, why are you and Dongfang Qingxue together again? Why can't you know your place? That woman is going to piss me off. I don't care. Go and scold her. This was the first time Qin Feng saw Lu Bingbing acting coquettishly and jealous. She was unruly and cute. Qin Feng couldn't help but want to hug her tightly and kiss her little lips. Bingbing, I just found an important clue. I'm going to complete the mission now. I'll explain to you when I come back. I really have nothing to do with Dongfang Qingxue. Qin Feng touched Lu Bingbing's pretty face. Lu Bingbing blushed, and her mood improved a little. Dongfang Qingxue hurried over when she saw Lu Bingbing running to Qin Feng's side. Teacher Qiao Feng, it's getting late. Come home with me, and sure man, Dongfang Qingxue took the initiative to invite Qiao Feng again. Lu Bingbing was unhappy again. Stop daydreaming. Qiao Feng promised to go back with me. He won't go with you. The rich young masters didn't know what to say when they saw the two fairies of the capital bickering over Qiao Feng. Qin Feng's mind was on the mission. He wasn't in the mood to listen to the two women's bickering. He hurriedly stood up and said, Bingbing, Qingxue, stop arguing. I'm not going anywhere tonight. I'm going back to the dormitory to sleep. You guys can leave now. After Qin Feng finished speaking, he gave Lu Bingbing a meaningful glance. Lu Bingbing knew that Qin Feng was now a member of the Dragon Sect, so his missions must be very important. Lu Bingbing didn't act like a child anymore. She glared at Dongfang Qingxue and left. Qingxue, take Sherman and Kiki home. Be careful on the way, Qin Feng said to Dongfang Qingxue. A strange light flashed through Dongfang Qingxue's beautiful eyes. She couldn't understand Qiao Feng anymore. Two great beauties invited him to their home, but he chose to sleep in the dormitory? Okay, then we'll go back. We'll invite teacher Qiao Feng next time, if we have the chance. Uncling, let's go. As soon as Dongfang Qingxue finished speaking, a skinny black shadow suddenly landed behind her. It was an old man with a hunchback. His black training suit blended in with the night. Most of the old man's eyelids were drooping, and he walked with a limp. However, it was this seemingly weak old man that caused Qin Feng's heart to tremble. Qin Feng had been in a daze for a long time, but he didn't notice the old man's presence. Moreover, after observing for a while, Qin Feng still couldn't figure out the old man's strength. Goodbye, teacher Qiao Feng. Uncle, look for me when you're free. Rao Sherman and Zhang Kuku bade farewell to Qiao Feng and Chang Xian before leaving with Dongfang Qingxue. Chapter 653. Lu Bingbing, Dongfang Qingxue, and Dongfang Qingxue had left with the pretty girl group. The group of rich young masters felt bored and left as well. Qiao Feng, are you really going back to your room to sleep? Only Qin Feng and Chang Xian were left on the empty ground. Chang Xian finally regained her senses. Her impression of Qiao Feng was that he was a lecherous and wretched man. How could he reject the two fairy-like women who invited him? Chang Xian's heart raced. She wondered if Qiao Feng had fallen in love with her. He sent the other women away. Could it be that he wants to stay and confess his love to me? Of course, I'm not going back to my room to sleep. I have something important to do. Qin Feng didn't hide the truth from Chang Xian and walked towards the biology lab. Chang Xian's heart raced even faster. She was even more certain that Qin Feng wanted to confess his love to her. However, Chang Xian still had Qin Feng in her heart. She would never agree to Qiao Feng's request. You, stop right there. Where are you going? You, You can't go any further. Chang Xian stopped abruptly and looked at Xiao Feng anxiously. Even Qin Feng was shocked by her sudden movements. Since Rao Sherman and Zhang Keko had left safely, the crazed students had dispersed. The empty old campus looked bleak and desolate under the dim light of the night. Occasionally, a gust of cold wind would blow. It was a terrifying feeling. Teacher Chang Xian, why can't I go in there? The place Qin Feng wanted to go to was the place Prince William told him about. Chang Xian suddenly jumped out to stop Qin Feng. Qin Feng thought she had discovered something, so he scanned his surroundings vigilantly. However, he didn't find anything unusual. It's so dark in there, and there's no one around. You can just tell me what you want to say here. I won't agree to your request anyway. Why are you bringing me there? Are you going to force yourself on me after I've rejected you? Chang Xian was angry and scared at the same time. She didn't expect Qin Feng to be such a bastard. Qin Feng's long hair was messy in the wind. His mind was in a mess. What is Chang Xian talking about? Miss Chang Xian, I'm just going there to relieve myself. What are you thinking? Moreover, I don't have anything to say to you. You're the one who's been following me. I thought you had some ulterior motives. Qin Feng had already guessed Chang Xian's intention, and he was speechless. Qin Feng felt that he usually focused on educating others and was strict with himself. He was always serious and had no distracting thoughts. Why was it that in the eyes of these beauties, he was a different person? I've seen through your disguise, and you're still trying to save face? You're worse than a beast. Humph. Chang Xian glared at Qin Feng angrily. She cursed at Qin Feng before she turned around and ran away. Qin Feng froze in the cold wind for a while. He thought that if he didn't have an urgent mission, he would have captured Chang Xian and ravaged her. If he didn't teach these women a good lesson every month, they would go crazy. Miss Xiao Feng, over here. Just as Qin Feng collected his thoughts, he heard someone calling him from afar. Qin Feng hastily bought a night vision talisman from the system and chanted an incantation in his heart. The night vision talisman turned into a wisp of smoke in Qin Feng's hand, and the scene in front of Qin Feng's eyes changed. The night sky brightened up, and there was white light everywhere. It felt like there was an excess of light, and there was nothing but white light. The trees and grass in the surroundings darkened. There were 4 figures in the distance. Qin Feng could see their faces clearly. They were the representatives of the St. Medic Institute's exchange group. All 4 of them were wearing black night suits, black gloves, and black cloth shoes. They were dressed in black from head to toe. The 4 of them were whispering to each other about something. They were holding black masks in their hands and putting them on. They were Prince William, Willis, Professor Mike, and Lecturer Tom, the representative of the lecture group. After the 4 of them put on their masks, Qin Feng could see who they were. Is that you, Miss Prince William? Qin Feng walked toward them. His voice was trembling, and he seemed to be afraid. Miss Xiao Feng, it's me. Come here quickly. Our people are waiting for you. Prince William's voice came. Qin Feng's footsteps were very slow. He didn't know what the 4 of them were up to. If the 4 of them suddenly pounced on him, Qin Feng really didn't have the confidence to take them down. The 4 of them didn't have inner chi fluctuations. They didn't cultivate ancient martial arts at all. They were all abnormal mutants. Miss Prince William, it's so dark here. Why are you all gathered here? Should we go to a brighter place? Qin Feng's voice became more and more nervous. The more panicked he was, the more relieved Prince William and the others were. This time, the William family sent people to infiltrate Provincial Capital University, mainly to find someone to bring back. Qin Feng's appearance was completely unexpected, but Qin Feng was very important to the William family. Even if they had to disrupt the original plan, Professor Mike and Prince William decided to bring Qin Feng back. Everyone was afraid that Qin Feng's participation would mess up the original plan. However, when they saw Qin Feng's cowardly and ordinary appearance, they weren't worried that Qin Feng would cause any trouble. Miss Xiao Feng, don't be afraid. We have many people on our side. Nothing will happen. Prince William leaped and arrived beside Qin Feng. Qin Feng screamed in fear. He kicked Prince William's abdomen and shouted, "Fuck! Ghost, there's a ghost. Prince William felt that Miss Jiao Feng wasn't a threat at all, so he didn't guard against Qin Feng when he jumped out. Qin Feng only used the strength of an ordinary person to kick Prince William away. Prince William, are you okay? The remaining 3 people quickly surrounded him. Prince William was the son of the William family's patriarch. If anything happened to him, these people wouldn't be able to escape responsibility. Miss Jiao Feng, I'm Prince William. Why did you kick me? Prince William held his abdomen and cried out in pain. He felt very wronged. After Qin Feng kicked Prince William, he saw 3 wild ghosts jump out. They pounced on everyone and kicked them fiercely. You wild ghosts, how dare you come out in the middle of the night to scare me? I'll fight it out with you. Qin Feng chased after everyone and kicked them like crazy. Professor Mike and the others were so angry that they blew their beards and glared at him. However, they didn't attack Qin Feng. Everyone thought that Qin Feng was an ordinary person. Moreover, they wanted to lure Qin Feng back to the William family in the United States. If they really crippled or killed Qin Feng, then everyone's efforts would have been in vain. Professor Mike and the others didn't attack Qin Feng, but they could escape. Moreover, the 3 of them were very fast. Qin Feng couldn't catch up with them for a while. Since he couldn't hit them, Qin Feng turned around and ran back to Prince William. He kicked Prince William randomly. Prince William rolled back and forth on the ground in pain. His screams floated in the air above the biological laboratory. Professor Mike and the others didn't seem to want to reveal their identities. They could only stand by and watch. They didn't even say anything to stop him. Miss Jiao Feng, stop hitting me. I'm Prince William. Prince William was really scared by the beating. He pulled off the mask on his head. This time, Qin Feng couldn't continue playing dumb even if he wanted to. He stared at Prince William with a surprised expression. He covered his mouth and shouted, "Fuck, Prince William, is it really you? Why are you wearing black stockings on your head in the middle of the night? You scared me to death." Qin Feng clenched his fists and placed them on his chest. He looked extremely scared. Prince William was already suppressing a bellyful of anger. When they heard Qin Feng say that he was wearing black stockings, Prince William, Professor Mike, and the others almost vomited blood. Look carefully. This is a professional criminal's hood. Don't confuse the William family with those petty robbers and thieves, okay? Miss Jiao Feng, hurry and pull me up. I'm about to be beaten to death by you. Prince William couldn't complain to Qin Feng now. He could only suppress his anger. He planned to trick this idiot teacher back to his family and then teach him a lesson. It's a misunderstanding. Prince William actually has the bad habit of wearing stockings for a stroll in the middle of the night. You've really opened my eyes. Qin Feng chuckled and went to pull Prince William up. Prince William's mouth twitched violently. Miss Jiao Feng, these aren't stockings. Oh, they aren't stockings? Then what are they? Qin Feng asked. Prince William didn't know how to explain. He couldn't say that these were professional criminal clothes. Wouldn't that scare Miss Jiao Feng away? Cough cough. Miss Jiao Feng, just treat them as stockings, Prince William said helplessly. Hey. I already said they were stockings. Prince William was too embarrassed to admit it. Everyone has a bad habit. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Oh, right. Which female dormitory did you steal these stockings from? Is there any smell on it? Prince William felt his breathing quicken. He had the urge to kill someone. Prince William suddenly felt the strength in his hand disappear, and he fell to the ground on his butt. Ouch. It hurts. Miss Jiao Feng, why did you suddenly let go when you were halfway through pulling? Prince William's butt had been kicked by Qin Feng a few times. Now it was about to break into 4 pieces. He began to cry out again. Qin Feng looked at Prince William with a fearful expression. Prince William, why do you have so many hairs on your hands? I've seen many American werewolf and vampire movies. Don't tell me your family is a werewolf. I know. You came here in the middle of the night to transform, right? Prince William's veins were twitching, and his blood was boiling. He really wanted to kill someone. Miss Jiao Feng, I'm wearing gloves. Where did the hairs come from? So the furry feeling is the effect of the gloves? Why didn't you say so earlier? I'm so sorry. Come, let me pull you up again. Qin Feng looked like he had a sudden realization. Prince William was really afraid of Qin Feng. He didn't dare to let Qin Feng pull him up again. No need. I'll get up myself. Prince William got up from the ground. His wretched figure made Professor Mike and the others feel sad. Qin Feng activated his clown mode to stall for time. He had just sent a message to Yan Wushuang not long ago. Yan Wushuang needed time to call people over from the Dragon Gate. After Prince William got up, he purposely kept a safe distance from Qin Feng. Qin Feng found it funny when he saw Prince William's scared expression. Prince Wei, are these people your friends? They want to go to America with us? Why are these people wearing stockings? Don't tell me you want to do something bad? Qin Feng tossed out a few questions in a row like a curious baby. Prince William's mouth twitched. Professor Mike unconsciously clenched his fists. The aura of the other two people also changed slightly. Chapter 654. Professor Qiaofeng, those are my friends. Come with us to a place first. We have a few companions. Prince William pulled Qin Feng towards the biology lab. He didn't introduce Professor Mike and the others in detail. It was obvious that he didn't want to talk to Qin Feng. Qin Feng followed Prince William with a silly look. The group quickly arrived at the biology lab. Prince William led the way in. Professor Mike and the others followed behind Qin Feng and watched him enter the room. This was the old campus of Provincial Capital University. The biology lab had long been abandoned here. The room was dark, and with the help of the moonlight, they could see some spider webs. There was also the sound of rats scurrying. It was eerie and terrifying. Student Prince William, why did you bring me here? I don't want to go to America. Qin Feng was so nervous that his teeth were chattering. Prince William pretended not to hear Qin Feng and continued walking. He was afraid that if he spoke to Qin Feng, he would be angered half to death. They had already taken out their phones and turned on their flashlights. The 4 phones shone back and forth, and the room became much brighter. Qin Feng quickly looked around. This biology lab should have been abandoned for a long time. The tables were covered with a thick layer of dust. Some research instruments were still on the tables and in the corners. They looked tattered. Student Prince William, you're not here to steal instruments, are you? I'm a teacher at Provincial Capital University. I won't be your accomplice in this kind of thing. Qin Feng suddenly stopped walking. Professor Mike, who was following behind him, wanted to slap Qin Feng until he fainted. Prince William had no choice but to stop. He squeezed out a bright smile and said, Professor Qiaofeng, we're not here to steal instruments. We're here to look for treasures. It's said that there's a big treasure in the biology lab. Let's go in and take a look. When we get the treasure, how about we split it evenly? I don't believe it. If there's really a treasure, why did you call me here? The 4 of you are clearly enough. Qin Feng's brain was like a rattle drum. He continued to stall for time. A cold glint flashed through Prince William's black eyes. Clearly, he had lost his patience with Qin Feng. He gave Professor Mike, who was behind Qin Feng, a look. Professor Mike nodded slightly and suddenly slapped the back of Qin Feng's neck. Stinking brat, you really talk too much. Professor Mike complained. As soon as he finished speaking, his old eyes flickered with disbelief. Professor Mike was confident that he could knock Qin Feng unconscious with one palm, but he didn't expect to miss. Qin Feng stood nearby and looked at Prince William and the other 3 warily. He still had some lingering shock in his heart. Professor Mike's attack speed was too fast. If Qin Feng hadn't put on the white cloud boots, he wouldn't have been able to dodge that palm strike. What are you doing? Don't kidnap me. I'm just an ordinary teacher. I don't have any money. Qin Feng looked at the 4 of them nervously. The 4 of them were stunned. Prince William and the others did not expect that Professor Mike's attack would fail. Prince William had originally planned to knock Qin Feng unconscious with a single palm strike. That way, everything would be easy to handle. Now that Qin Feng was unaffected, things were getting more and more troublesome. Teacher Qiaofeng, a vampire bat flew past your neck just now. My friend was helping you chase the bat away. Don't make a fuss about nothing. You are my teacher. Why would I hurt you? Prince William's thoughts raced, but this kind of lie was too lowly. Professor Mike and the others didn't know what to say, so they nodded furiously. Qin Feng looked at Prince William doubtfully. After a long while, he finally said, Prince William, why haven't your 3 friends said anything? Are they all mute? How pitiful. Qin Feng looked at Professor Mike and the other 2 with a sympathetic expression. The corners of their mouths, which were hidden under their black masks, were crooked. Professor Mike almost wanted to attack again, but when he thought of Qin Feng's lightning speed, he held back. Ahem, Professor Qiao Feng, my friends are not mute. They just don't understand Chinese, so they can't understand what you're saying. Prince William casually made up an excuse and continued, let's not waste time. The treasure is right in front. Let's continue walking. Qin Feng shook his head and said, I still don't believe that there are treasures. The 4 of you walk in front. I'll follow behind you. A cold light flashed in the eyes of Prince William and the other 3. After a moment, Prince William said, Okay, we'll go first. Professor Qiao Feng, follow closely. Don't get lost. After making his decision, Prince William didn't waste any more time. He walked in front and led the way. Professor Mike and the other 2 followed behind, while Qin Feng walked at the back. The biological laboratory was very spacious, and it was built like a maze. Qin Feng followed the few of them and turned here and there. He was about to get dizzy. We're here. Prince William's voice suddenly came with a hint of excitement. Professor Qiao Feng, the treasure is under this tunnel. We'll go down first. Follow us. Prince William was afraid that Qin Feng wouldn't agree. After he finished speaking, he took the lead and jumped into the tunnel. Professor Mike and the other 2 followed closely behind. When Qin Feng came back to his senses, the 4 of them had disappeared.
Wow.
Professor Qiao Feng, there are so many treasures down there. Come down quickly. Prince William said excitedly. Qin Feng quickly walked to the entrance of the tunnel. The exit was hidden very well. It was at the corner of the biology lab, so normal people wouldn't be able to find it. That green-haired guy had been looking for the exit for a few days, but he clearly couldn't find it. Qin Feng had a hunch that there was danger down there. However, Qin Feng had a system mission to help Yanwu Shuang find out the William family's secret plan. Moreover, Qin Feng had to complete the Dragon Gate mission, so he had to explore the tunnel. Is there really treasure? Then I'll come down. You guys hide first. I don't want to hit you. Qin Feng shouted at the bottom of the tunnel. Prince William and the other 3 surrounded the entrance of the tunnel. Their positions were very clever. Qin Feng couldn't see them. However, as long as Qin Feng jumped down, the 4 of them would attack Qin Feng at the same time. They didn't believe that they couldn't knock this brat out this time. Okay, we're all hiding far away. Professor Qiao Feng, come down quickly. Prince William deliberately ran deeper into the tunnel. His voice was obviously far away from the entrance of the tunnel. Qin Feng had already exchanged for a talisman of clairvoyance. He could clearly see the situation of the 4 of them.
Bang!
A muffled sound spread out. Suddenly, a scream came from the bottom of the tunnel. Willis thought that it was Qin Feng who jumped down. He was the first to jump up and kick Qin Feng. In the end, a huge rock came down. The rock directly hit Willis on the head, causing a huge bump.
Fuck.
Professor Qiao Feng, why did you throw a big rock down? Willis was seeing stars. Prince William and the other 3 were so angry that they almost vomited blood. The rock I threw didn't hit anyone, right? I just wanted to test how deep this tunnel is. Didn't I tell you guys to hide? Qin Feng saw the situation clearly. He was laughing so hard in his heart. The 4 of them were livid. The tunnel was not deep. They could see the bottom just by standing above. You fucking threw a rock to test the depth? Is there something wrong with your brain? Cough, cough. No one was hit. Fortunately, we hid far away. Professor Qiao Feng, hurry up and jump down. Otherwise, we won't wait for you. We'll split the treasure ourselves, Prince William said while suppressing his anger. Don't be anxious. I'm coming down now. Just as Qin Feng finished speaking, another scream came from the tunnel. This time, it was lecturer Representative Tom, who was hit by the rock. Prince William and Professor Mike were too tired to complain. This time, they really took a few steps back. The thought of knocking Qin Feng out completely disappeared from their minds. When Qin Feng saw that the four of them had retreated far away, he chuckled and jumped down the tunnel. Huh? Prince William, are your two friends feeling unwell? Why are they holding their heads and squatting on the ground? Qin Feng looked at Willis and Tom with a blank expression. Prince William did not answer this question. He was afraid that he would curse Qin Feng if he opened his mouth. Prince Wei continued to lead the way. Professor Mike said, but it was obvious that he had lowered his voice. Prince William continued to walk forward. Professor Mike and the other two followed behind. Qin Feng walked at the back and was on high alert. This tunnel was similar to the one Qin Feng and Green Hair discovered. Clearly, it was dug by the William family. Prince William seemed to be very familiar with the tunnel. Even when he encountered some forks, he did not stop at all. Soon, he chose the direction to go. The five of them bent their bodies and moved forward in the pitch-black tunnel. After walking for an unknown period of time, a ray of light suddenly seeped in front of them. Prince William and the others obviously quickened their pace. The light also increased. We're here. Quick, let's go up. Prince William's voice was trembling. He seemed to be very excited. He slapped away the seal above his head and directly jumped up. Professor Mike and the other two also jumped up. Qin Feng used the talisman of clairvoyance to look up. It was actually a sealed room. The room was brightly lit and fully furnished. The space was more than 200 square meters. There were also many research instruments and equipment. A white-haired old man was staring at a microscope and studying a specimen. He was startled by the sudden intrusion of Prince William and the other three. Who are you people? How did you find this place? The old man was vigilant and somewhat astonished. Prince William did not care about the old man's words. Instead, he looked at Professor Mike and asked, "Is the target correct?" Professor Mike nodded. Prince William's eyes flickered with excitement. He stared at the old man like a hungry wolf staring at a little lamb. Senior Li Xingtian, the Chinese medicine divine physician of China. Hello. When Prince William and the others saw Li Xingtian, they forgot about Qin Feng in the tunnel. Li Xingtian's expression changed. He stared at Prince William for a long time and asked, "Are you people from the William family?" Ha! Senior Li Xingtian is indeed smart. Since you've already guessed our identity, then come with us. Prince William said with a smile. After Li Xingtian confirmed the other party's identity, he suddenly became agitated and shouted angrily, "Don't even think about it. Even if I die here, I won't go back with you." Senior Li Xingtian, why are you doing this? We could have been good friends. Why do you want to be our enemy? Prince William's expression suddenly turned cold, and his eyes were filled with ruthlessness. However, Li Xingtian acted as if he did not see it. He was not afraid of Prince William. Your William family killed my woman, kidnapped my daughter, and now you want me to help you study humans? That's a fool's dream. In order to avoid you, I've been hiding in this small space for 5 years. I've had enough of this kind of hiding life. Now that you've found me, kill me quickly, and I'll be free. Li Xingtian was unmoved by force or persuasion. Prince William and the other three looked somewhat embarrassed. Qin Feng squatted in the tunnel and listened to the conversation above. Many doubts arose in his heart. The Chinese medicine divine physician, Li Xingtian, who disappeared 5 years ago, was hiding in the abandoned laboratory of Provincial Capital University. And the William family secretly infiltrated Provincial Capital University to capture Li Xingtian. Chapter 655. Li Xingtian was unwilling to leave, and Prince William and his companions remained silent with cold faces. The atmosphere suddenly dropped to a freezing point. Prince William glanced at Professor Mike without batting an eyelid. Professor Mike nodded slightly. In the next second, the two of them pounced on Li Xingtian from both sides at lightning speed. They wanted to capture Li Xingtian alive.
Bang!
A gunshot rang out. Prince William and Professor Mike stopped immediately. The four of them looked at the pistol in Li Xingtian's hand in astonishment. I don't agree to go back with you. Are you trying to kidnap me? You are really a bunch of bandits. If you dare to come any closer, I will kill myself. Li Xingtian placed the muzzle of the gun on his temple. His face was cold and determined. Prince William and his companions did not dare to act rashly. They could tell that Li Xingtian really dared to shoot. Senior Li Xingtian, the William family has sincerely sent us to China to invite you as a guest. Why are you so stubborn? Prince William looked at Li Xingtian helplessly. Bullshit. Do you think I don't know what the William family has been doing behind the scenes? You are a bunch of demons, scarier than demons. Li Xingtian was very agitated. His aged finger on the trigger trembled. Prince William and his companions were terrified. They were afraid that the gun would go off by accident.
Buzz.
A strange energy wave suddenly appeared, and Professor Mike's black knight suit fluttered even though there was no wind. Li Xingtian's expression changed drastically. He seemed to realize something and quickly pulled the trigger. However, before his index finger could press down, the pistol in his hand suddenly disappeared. Li Xingtian, what else do you have to resist? Professor Mike looked at Li Xingtian with a playful expression as he held Li Xingtian's pistol in his hand. The other three were not surprised by this scene. Qin Feng and Li Xingtian, on the other hand, were extremely shocked. Professor Mike definitely did not move. Even Qin Feng could not figure out how he managed to get Li Xingtian's pistol. Humph. So, what if you took my pistol? Who can stop me if I want to die? Li Xingtian quickly regained his senses after a brief moment of shock. Suddenly, the air around him became violent and messed up his white hair. The expressions of Prince William and the other three changed greatly. Although they did not understand Wuxia ancient martial arts, they had fought with too many Wuxia ancient martial arts practitioners. Li Xingtian's current action was obviously self-detonating his inner qi. Simply put, he was committing suicide. Li Xingtian, are you crazy? Stop! Prince William shouted angrily. Professor Mike's face also became gloomy. He seemed to be at his wit's end. The airflow around Li Xingtian's body was getting stronger and stronger. His hair was standing on top of his head, and his white tang suit was bulging. The meridians on his arms and forehead began to swell, bulging on his skin, as if they were going to burst at any time. It was a terrifying sight to behold. You demons, even if I die, I won't help you harm people. Li Xingtian's eyes bulged out, as if they were going to fall out of their sockets at any moment. His expression was incomparably ferocious, as if he was suffering from severe pain. Prince William and the other three began to panic. They had come to Kyoto University to find Li Xingtian and bring him back to the William family. If Li Xingtian's suicide was successful, Prince William's plan would fail. Then, all their efforts would be in vain. Li Xingtian, if you die, what about your daughter? Don't you want to see her? Prince William said hurriedly when he saw that Li Xingtian's body was about to explode. Li Xingtian's breath instantly subsided. His clothes stuck to his body, his white hair fell down, and the veins on his forehead and arms slowly recovered. Li Xingtian had a complicated expression on his face. He stared at Prince William for a while and asked, "Where's my daughter? Give Avril back to me now." Qin Feng, who was hiding in the tunnel, almost fell when he heard the name. Li Xingtian's daughter is called Avril? Could it be the same person as Avril from the St. Medical College? While Qin Feng was guessing, he suddenly saw a shocking scene. In the room above, an invisible energy fluctuated, and a beautiful figure appeared out of thin air. It was Avril, one of the representatives from the St. Medical College. Qin Feng was dumbfounded. He couldn't figure out where Avril came from. Since Qin Feng bought the talisman of clairvoyance from the system, he had scanned his surroundings. There was only one entrance to the secret chamber where Li Xingtian was hiding. Qin Feng had been squatting in the tunnel, so it was impossible for Avril to go up. So, where did she come from? Also, how could Avril be Li Xingtian's daughter? Isn't this woman a member of the William family? This sudden turn of events really confused Qin Feng. When Li Xingtian saw Avril, he suddenly became emotional. He rushed to Avril and hugged her in his arms. Avril, is that you? It's really you.
I'm so sorry.
I've implicated you and your mother. Li Xingtian looked like he was in his 60s. His hair was white, and his face was full of vicissitudes. From his eyes and wrinkled face, one could tell that he was a man with a story. He had been through too much. An old man like him, who wasn't afraid of death, silently shed tears when he saw Avril. Senior Li Xingtian, because you have been hiding for 5 years, we have been unable to find you, so we have placed Miss Avril in the William family. For the past 5 years, our family has taken good care of your daughter and definitely did not let her suffer any harm. Our William family has good intentions towards Senior Li Xingtian. Senior may have misunderstood us. A crafty glint flashed in Prince William's eyes. He looked at Li Xingtian with a deadpan expression. Li Xingtian's expression kept changing. The moment he saw his daughter, he was also stunned. Li Xingtian had always thought that the William family had killed his wife and kidnapped his daughter. Could it be that he had really guessed wrong? As if he saw the change in Li Xingtian's eyes, Prince William continued, Senior Li Xingtian, actually, the William family met Miss Avril by chance. At that time, someone was hunting her, so we saved her. After that, we've been looking for you. Now that we've finally found you, we immediately brought your daughter here, so that you and your daughter can reunite. Prince William spoke as if it was the truth. If he didn't know the identity of Avril and Prince William, he would have believed his nonsense. Li Xingtian's expression started to soften. He was losing his ability to judge. Avril, tell me quickly. Did these people kidnap you and put you under house arrest for 5 years? Did they bully you? Li Xingtian suddenly regained his senses and hurriedly asked Avril, who was in his arms. Avril hadn't said a word since she entered the house. Her expression was indifferent. Even when she saw her father, Li Xingtian, she didn't react. Dad, they're telling the truth. When I was being hunted down, I almost lost my life.
It was the William family who saved me.
Without the William family's protection and care, I would have starved to death on the streets. Avril's voice was flat and emotionless. Li Xingtian looked at his daughter in shock. Then he looked at Prince William and the others. Could it be that he had wronged the William family? One mistake for 5 years? If it wasn't the William family, then who killed his wife and now hunted his daughter? Senior Li Xingtian, because of your outstanding research in the field of biology, especially the new biological genetic technology that you've successfully researched, this technology is very useful to the William family. Therefore, we would like to invite you to the William family to help us. Of course, to express our gratitude to you, the William family is willing to continue protecting you and your daughter. We will also send people to find the murderer who killed your wife and daughter. Prince William threw out another bait. He gradually led Li Xingtian into a trap. Li Xingtian looked at his daughter, who was safe and sound in his arms. His heart wavered. Even if Li Xingtian knew that the William family's experiments were cruel and the purpose of the experiments was uncertain, for the sake of his daughter's safety, Li Xingtian had no choice but to agree to Prince William's request.
All right.
I agree to go back with you. Li Xingtian hesitated for a moment before he finally agreed. For his daughter, he was willing to do anything. Hearing Li Xingtian's agreement, Prince William and the others smiled. Avril's beautiful eyes also flashed with a glimmer of light. Haha. Senior Li Xingtian will definitely be proud of your decision today. Let's leave this place now. Prince William chuckled and walked toward Li Xingtian. Rumble. Before Prince William could reach Li Xingtian, a sudden loud noise sounded. The ground under Li Xingtian's feet collapsed, and he fell into the tunnel with Avril. What's going on? Avril, are you all right? Li Xingtian hugged his daughter to protect her. As soon as he landed, Li Xingtian ignored his own injuries and asked Avril who was in his arms. Avril was also shocked by this sudden turn of events. She hurriedly looked around, and just as her beautiful eyes fell on Qin Feng smiled and slapped Avril, knocking her out.
Who are you?
How dare you hurt my daughter? I'll kill you. Seeing his daughter unconscious, Li Xingtian's eyes turned bloodshot like an enraged beast.
Bang!
Li Xingtian slapped his palm, but Qin Fen dodged it easily. The palm landed on the stone wall of the tunnel and smashed a layer of gravel down. Senior Li, you've been tricked by those people. They're here to trick you into going to the William family. Come with me first. I'll explain to you in detail when we find a safe place. Qin Fen could tell Li Xingtian's strength from his attack. He was a stage 2 inner Qi martial artist. This kind of strength posed no threat to Qin Fen. Ignoring Li Xingtian's reaction, Qin Fen grabbed Avril with one hand and Li Xingtian with the other and ran out. Damn it, it's Xiao Feng. There's something wrong with that brat. Professor Mike had already jumped into the tunnel and reported the situation to the people above. Hurry up and chase after him. Prince William didn't think too much. He jumped into the tunnel and chased after Qin Fen. Qin Fen was carrying a person in each hand, so he was already at a great disadvantage. Li Xingtian wasn't well behaved and kept struggling to attack Qin Fen. Luckily, Qin Fen had obtained the white cloud boots from a quest not too long ago. These blue-grade boots weren't just for show. When he ran, it was like he was flying.
Who are you?
Are you the one who's been chasing after my daughter? Let us go now. Li Xingtian yelled and screamed. Qin Fen was also filled with anger. This was really a case of a dog biting Lu Dongbin's hand. Senior Li, I'm a new Chinese medicine teacher at Provincial Capital University. The 4 people chasing after me were sent by the William family to capture you. And your daughter? How could she be your daughter? Not long ago, she came here as the representative of the exchange group of the St. Second Medical College. She's in cahoots with those people. Are you sure you've got the wrong person? Qin Fen explained to Li Xingtian as he ran. Chapter 656. Li Xingtian was stunned for a moment before he asked, "What's your name?" "Xiao Feng." "You're Professor Xiao Feng, the one who's been famous in Provincial Capital University recently?" Li Xingtian was slightly surprised. "That's me. I didn't expect that I'd be so famous after coming to Provincial Capital University for such a short period of time, Senior Li." Qin Fen was very pleased with himself. "Yes, you're indeed famous. I heard that you're lecherous and dissolute. You take advantage of both the young and old. Even the campus belle and female teachers have fallen into your poisonous claws." As Li Xingtian spoke, Qin Feng's face darkened. Before Li Xingtian could continue, Qin Feng hastily interrupted him. "Ahem. Senior Li, don't believe some things unless you see them with your own eyes. People nowadays are so stupid that they can't stand others being more outstanding than them. They always like to create rumors to attack those outstanding people." Li Xingtian's mouth twitched. He had known Qin Feng for less than 10 minutes, but he was already defeated by Qin Feng's shamelessness. "There's a surveillance room in my hidden residence that can see 3/4 of the campus. There's also a surveillance camera in your classroom. I've watched a few of your classes, and you've openly flirted with female students. You don't have to quibble about this. You're too ordinary, so I didn't recognize you at first glance." Although Li Xingtian had been hiding in the hidden residence for 5 years, he was not completely isolated from the world. On the contrary, Li Xingtian was always in control of Provincial Capital University's situation. He could also understand the development of the outside world through the internet. It was precisely because he used the internet that the William family gradually discovered his whereabouts and came looking for him. Qin Feng's mouth twitched violently. He didn't know what to say after listening to Li Xingtian's words. Li Xingtian was just making a casual remark, so he changed the topic. "What you said just now is the truth? Is my daughter part of the student delegation from St. Medical University?" The more Li Xingtian thought about it, the more he felt that something was amiss. He had discovered many flaws in Prince William's words. "Can't you see 3/4 of the campus? Didn't you see it yourself?" Qin Feng seemed to be still angry from earlier, and his tone was full of complaints. Li Xingtian smiled helplessly and said, "Recently, I found out that my network was being tracked, so I haven't been connecting to the internet. I even turned off the signal in the surveillance room. If you hadn't told me about the situation, I wouldn't have known that Avril was actually the representative of the St. Medic Institute." After hearing Li Xingtian's words, Qin Feng quickly deduced that the secret room that Li Xingtian had been hiding in for 5 years was probably discovered through his network signal. Then how do you explain my daughter's words? You were hiding in the tunnel just now, so you should have heard our entire conversation. Li Xingtian also began to suspect Prince William and the others, but Avril was his daughter. How could Avril's words be fake? Before, Qin Feng didn't understand Avril's behavior, but now he seemed to have some idea. There's something wrong with your daughter. You said she disappeared for 5 years? 5 years is enough to brainwash a person. Maybe your daughter has been brainwashed as well? Over the past few days, Qin Feng had gotten a rough idea of the William family's background from Prince William. It was said that the William family could transform ordinary people into superhumans. With such a powerful family, brainwashing Avril was a piece of cake. Li Xingtian's expression changed drastically, and his eyes glinted. He remembered that Avril was very calm and indifferent when she saw him. How was this the reaction of a daughter who had been separated for 5 years when she saw her father? It seemed like Avril had really been brainwashed. Shit, I forgot the way I came here. This tunnel extends in all directions, and there are so many forks. Where should I go now? Qin Feng stared at the 4 forks in front of him and felt a headache coming on. Although he was wearing the white cloud boots, he couldn't use the white cloud boots to their maximum speed in this narrow tunnel. Moreover, Qin Feng was running away with Li Xingtian and Avril, and the 4 people chasing them were getting closer and closer. Go to the right passage. Li Xingtian's anxious voice sounded. Ah, are you sure? Now that Li Xingtian was back to normal, Qin Feng didn't need to control him anymore. Qin Feng carried Avril on his back and touched Avril's smooth thighs, his heart beating faster. I was the one who dug this tunnel. Do you think I'm not sure? Li Xingtian rolled his eyes at Qin Feng and ran to the right passage. Qin Feng was stunned for a moment, then quickly followed. So Li Xingtian was the one who dug this tunnel? Qin Feng always thought it was the William family. Left. The tunnel at the top. Turn right at the tunnel in front. Run to the end and turn left. There's an exit there. Li Xingtian gave directions, and Qin Feng ran as fast as he could with the 2 of them. Under Li Xingtian's guidance, Qin Feng's speed became faster and faster. Prince William and the other 3 were already out of sight. I can see the light. I can finally go to the surface. I don't need to dig tunnels anymore. Qin Feng ran to the exit and slapped the sealed manhole cover away. Moonlight and a cool breeze rushed in. Qin Feng felt as if he had just escaped from a coal house. Qin Feng carried the unconscious Avril and wanted to push her up first. Suddenly, Li Xingtian shouted angrily from behind, Yaya, you stinking brat, where are you touching? Don't touch my girl, or I'll kill you. Qin Feng was embarrassed that his little action was discovered. He quickly withdrew his hand from Avril's thighs and placed it on her butt. You brat, you can't even touch her butt. Li Xingtian roared angrily again. Qin Feng curled his lips and ignored Avril. He rolled his eyes at Li Xingtian and said, Then do it yourself. You're taking my kindness for granted. You're being kind? I still have a video of you teasing a student in class in my secret room. Do you want me to send you a copy? Li Xingtian glared at Qin Feng. Qin Feng immediately fell silent. Li Xingtian went to Avril's side and was instantly put in a difficult position. Avril had grown into a young lady, so Li Xingtian couldn't just hug his girl and push her up. The footsteps behind him got closer and closer. Li Xingtian blew his beard and glared at Qin Feng. Stinking brat, you're lucky. Hurry up and push Avril up. Qin Feng was secretly pleased. On the surface, he said indifferently, You're really troublesome, old man. Why do you keep changing? Qin Feng grumbled as he held Avril's thighs and pushed her up. Li Xingtian saw that Qin Feng's big hands were constantly naughty. Li Xingtian was so angry that his eyes almost popped out. Senior Li, it's your turn. Qin Feng pushed Avril up and turned to look at Li Xingtian. Li Xingtian staggered and almost fell. He yelled angrily, Jump up first, then pull me up. Qin Feng didn't think much of it and jumped to the ground. At this time, Li Xingtian's soft murmur came from the tunnel. I don't know what young people are thinking these days. Want to touch an old man's butt? No way. Qin Feng's body suddenly froze in midair, and he almost fell to the ground. Teacher Qiaofeng, what are you doing? Don't run. Wait for us. Prince William's yell came from below as soon as the three of them reached the ground. Li Xingtian's expression became nervous. He had stayed in the William family and knew how powerful these mutants were. Qin Feng looked around in the darkness. They had climbed to the back of the biology lab through the tunnel. There was actually another tunnel entrance here. Clearly, it was an exit that Green Hair hadn't discovered. Qiaofeng, take Avril and leave first. I'll block these people. Remember, help me take care of Avril. This child lost her mother when she was young. I don't know what she's been through these 5 years. I don't want her to suffer anymore. You must protect her, and don't let the William family take her away. Li Xingtian thought quickly and quickly made a decision. He knew that none of them would be able to escape if the three of them left together. If he stayed and blocked the 4 people in the tunnel, he could buy Qin Feng and his daughter some time to escape. Senior Li, what do you mean by this? You want me to take care of Avril for the rest of her life? Qin Feng was astonished. Li Xingtian immediately became angry and yelled at Qin Feng. You stinking brat, you just touched my girl's back. Now you want to take care of her for the rest of her life, and you want to run away? Qin Feng was confused by this word game. It took him a long time to recover. Was this senior, Li Xingtian, really not a language teacher?
Hey.
Where are you going, stinking brat? You actually left me and Avril behind? I've really misjudged you. After Qin Feng regained his senses, he turned and ran. Li Xingtian's face was flushed. He picked up his daughter and prepared to leave. Dong dong dong. A series of loud noises came from afar. Li Xingtian was stunned by the scene before him. Under the quiet night sky, a huge stone lion was slowly advancing. The stone lion bared its fangs and brandished its claws. The carving was vivid and lifelike. Li Xingtian was so scared that he fell on his butt. He thought he saw a ghost. Senior Li, why are you still standing there? Come and help me. I'm about to be crippled from exhaustion. Qin Feng's voice came from behind the stone lion. Li Xingtian's expression changed continuously. His brain couldn't process what was going on. Qin Feng didn't expect that old geezer Li Xingtian to help him carry the stone lion. The old geezer might die of exhaustion halfway. Qin Feng carried the stone lion that weighed 1 ton by himself. Every step he took left a deep footprint. The ground trembled slightly. Those who didn't know better would think it was an earthquake. Professor Mike, there's an exit here. Let's go. Prince William had already arrived at the exit and was about to jump up.
Bang.
At the same time, Qin Feng threw the 1-ton stone lion directly at the tunnel entrance, smashing a small pit in the ground.
Roar.
In the tunnel, Prince William screamed more miserably than a pig being slaughtered. He hit his head on the stone lion's leg. It was a stone lion made of solid stone. Prince William felt his skull was about to split open. Snot and tears flowed uncontrollably from his nose. Prince William, are you okay? Professor Mike and the other 2 hurried over. They saw Prince William hit the stone lion's leg. Just looking at it made the 3 of them feel a toothache. Fuck his grandpa. Hurry up and get this stone lion away. I want to catch Li Xingtian and skin that idiot Qiaofeng alive. The anger that Prince William had been holding back for the whole night completely erupted. He finally understood that Qiaofeng had been acting. He didn't want to go to America. He obviously wanted to find Li Xingtian. You guys take Prince William and retreat. Professor Mike's old eyes were also flickering with intense flames. As one of the few level 4 Arcanists in an Arcanist family, he had never been so embarrassed.
Bang.
Professor Mike slapped his palm. His skinny palm didn't land on the stone lion, but the stone lion made a loud noise and shook slightly. Chapter 657.
Whoosh.
The moment Qin Feng threw the 1-ton stone lion down, he was so tired that his head went limp and he fell to the ground. However, Qin Feng's talisman of clairvoyance was still in effect. He kept checking the situation in the tunnel. Qin Feng was overjoyed when he saw Prince William being hit and Professor Mike fuming with anger. Xiao Feng, I wronged you just now. Please don't take it to heart. Li Xingtian finally regained his senses and came to Qin Feng's side with a smile on his face. All right, words that have been spoken are like water that has been spilled. I've remembered everything you said just now. There's no point in saying more now. Qin Feng was a very vengeful person. He glared angrily at Li Xingtian.
Hee.
I said those words in a moment of anger. How could Brother Xiao Feng leave me and Avril alone? Even if you are beaten to death, you will definitely protect our safety. Professor Li Xingtian continued to smile. Qin Feng curled his lips. He did not know how Li Xingtian saw that he was not afraid of sacrifice. Even Qin Feng himself did not realize it. Let's go quickly. My companions will come to pick us up. When we get to a safe place, I still have some questions to ask you. Qin Feng became serious. The reason why he tried his best to save Li Xingtian was mainly because the system still had a quest: investigate the William family's behind-the-scenes plan. Qin Feng believed that Li Xingtian must know these secrets. Okay, let's go. Li Xingtian also stopped smiling and looked serious. Although there was a huge stone lion blocking the tunnel entrance, the William family's ability was very strange. Qin Feng and Li Xingtian did not dare to let their guard down.
Buzz.
The two of them carried Avril and ran a few steps when a strange energy wave suddenly surged behind them. Four black shadows floated in the air. The cold wind surged and blew at their clothes. These four people were Prince William and the others. Fuck, what's going on? Qin Feng's foot slipped, and he almost fell. He could not help but think of the scene in the tunnel where the pistol in Li Xingtian's hand disappeared into thin air and the scene where Avril appeared out of thin air. Li Xingtian was also stunned, but he quickly recovered and exclaimed, "It's Mike, the William family's level 4 spatial ability user. Mike." What does a rank 4 spatial ability mean? Qin Feng knew very little about ability users.
Bang.
Before Li Xingtian could even open his mouth, his entire body was sent flying. He landed heavily on the ground and spat out several mouthfuls of blood. Qin Feng was stunned by this scene. Li Xingtian was by Qin Feng's side. Qin Feng didn't see anyone approach Li Xingtian, nor did anyone attack him, but Li Xingtian was sent flying just like that?
Haha.
My teacher Xiao Feng, you've really hidden yourself well enough. You fucking played me like a monkey? You think it's fun, don't you? I'm going to break your legs right now. The four people in the air had already landed on the ground. Mike stood in place without moving, the night clothes on his body flapping in the wind. Prince William and the other two surrounded Qin Feng in a triangular formation. Qin Feng's eyes were like torches as he stared vigilantly at the three people's every move. These mutants were too strange. Rumble. Willis suddenly swung his fist and attacked Qin Feng first. His fists were ablaze, and the flames spread all over his arms, but Willis remained calm, as though he could not feel the heat of the flames.
Bang.
Qin Feng didn't have the time to be surprised. Qin Feng's body was covered by the sacred azure battle armor. The flames didn't spread when they landed on Qin Feng's body. Qin Feng unleashed the strength of a stage 7 inner chi expert with one punch. Willis couldn't even withstand a single blow and was sent flying. He fell to the ground and couldn't get up.
What?
How could this be? Prince William and Tom, who were about to attack Qin Feng, stopped in their tracks. They had guessed that Xiao Feng was an ancient martial artist, but they didn't expect him to be a powerful martial artist. He had to be at least a stage 5 inner chi cultivator to be able to injure Willis with one punch. Who the hell are you? Prince William glared at Xiao Feng. He was a completely different person from the Prince William, who called Xiao Feng teacher Xiao Feng with a smile. I'm Xiao Feng, a Chinese medicine lecturer at Provincial Capital University. Prince William, don't you recognize me? I've been toying with you like a monkey for the past few days. How could you forget me? Qin Feng chuckled as he looked at Prince William. Prince William was so angry that his face turned green. After sending Willis flying with one punch, Qin Feng calmed down. He realized that people with special abilities weren't as scary as he imagined. These people could only release fire and ice skills. Qin Fin could even release the destructive fire. Why should he be afraid of him? You're courting death. Prince William roared and threw a punch at Qin Fin. Mike, help us attack.
Whoosh.
A layer of ice appeared on Qin Fin's fist before it reached Qin Fin. Prince William's fist turned into an ice sword and pierced Qin Fin's chest.
Clang, clang, clang.
Prince William's eyes lit up. His ice sword was extremely sharp, but it couldn't pierce through Qin Fin's body. Prince William quickly shouted, "He's wearing a hidden battle armor. Everyone, be careful." Prince William didn't want to continue fighting after his attack failed. He quickly retreated. Humph. You want to leave? No way. Qin Fin's lips curled into a cold smile. He had already swung his iron fist, and it was about to land on Prince William's head. If this punch didn't split Prince William's head open, it would at least give him a severe concussion. Hum. A strange energy wave spread. Qin Fin's fist landed and whistled through the air. Did he miss? Where is he? Prince William, who was in front of Qin Fin just a second ago, suddenly disappeared. This miraculous scene happened a few times, and Qin Fin seemed to have guessed the reason. Qin Fin, be careful behind you. Mike is a level 4 spatial ability user. He can teleport and control other objects. Li Xingtian's anxious voice came. Qin Fin could already feel the chill behind him, but the speed was too fast for Qin Fin to dodge.
Bang.
Like a magic trick, Prince William moved from in front of Qin Fin to behind him and punched Qin Fin. A chill spread from Qin Fin's body. His sacred azure battle armor was covered in a layer of ice. The ice quickly spread to Qin Fin's entire body. Qin Fin felt like he was trapped in a cocoon, unable to move at all.
Boom.
Like a mummy, Qin Fin flew through the air and fell to the ground. In the next moment, Prince William and the other two were moved by Mike to Qin Fin's side. Prince William sneered. His body was wrapped in ice, forming a handsome and cool armor. Flames floated around William's hands, illuminating the darkness around him. Tom's body did not change, and Qin Fin still did not know what his ability was. Teacher Qiao Feng, you disappoint me. Prince William smiled cruelly and stepped on Qin Fin's stomach. Crack. The ice covering Qin Feng's body was shattered by the stomp, but in the next second, new ice appeared and filled in the cracks. Cough cough. Are you disappointed? I see that you are very happy to be played. Qin Fin coughed violently a few times. He endured the pain and did not make a sound. He looked at Prince William mockingly. You still dare to be so stubborn? I will break your dog leg. Prince William was completely enraged. He lifted his foot and was about to step on Qin Fin again. Suddenly, there were several wind-breaking sounds in the air, followed by a delicate voice. Bastard, you dare to touch my people? You are courting death. Chapter 658. Who are you? Get out of my sight, or you'll die. Professor Mike's hoarse voice echoed in the air. His black night suit fluttered, and a strange energy wave rippled in the air. Yan Wushuang's short, purple hair was very eye-catching. She wore a black, tight-fitting leather jacket, which showed off her curvaceous figure. She wore a black veil on her face. She ignored Professor Mike's words and leaped to Qin Feng's side.
Stab.
Yan Wushuang waved her hand, and a pair of daggers appeared in her hand. She brandished the daggers and struck Qin Feng's body, hitting the ice that covered his body.
Crack. Crack. Crack.
The thick ice cracked layer by layer like a spider web. Qin Feng exerted his strength, and all the ice on his body flew out. Many of them fell on the ground a dozen meters away. Yan Wushuang?
It's you?
You framed me at Lotus Lake, saved me at Cloud City Hua Mansion Phase 2, and crashed my BMW at Hepping Town. Are you crazy? The first thing Qin Feng did after he got rid of the ice was not to deal with Prince William and the others. Instead, he yelled at the woman in front of him. Qin Feng had been looking for the woman with short purple hair and black leather suit. She was an expert in throwing knives. Qin Feng did not expect her to show up again. However, he did not expect her to be Yan Wushuang. You've got the wrong person. I'm not Yan Wushuang. The woman was wearing a black veil, and it was impossible to see her face clearly in the dark. If Qin Feng did not have the ability of the talisman of clairvoyance, he would not have been able to see the familiar and beautiful face under the black veil. How dare you quibble? Other than Yan Wushuang, who else in Jindu could have such big breasts and such a perky butt? Qin Feng stared at Yan Wushuang angrily. Yan Wushuang was speechless. Are you crazy? Why do you stare at my breasts and butt all day long? Don't you know it's rude? Yan Wushuang saw that her identity had been exposed, so she stopped pretending. She tore off the black veil on her face. Qin Feng was not surprised. He had seen Yan Wushuang's face through the talisman of clairvoyance. He asked angrily, "Who are you? Why did you harm me one moment and save me the next?" "We'll talk about this when we get back." "Of course, that is if we can make it back alive." Yan Wushuang did not explain, and there was no time for her to do so. Yan Wushuang's gaze fell on Professor Mike and the other three, and a trace of panic flashed in the depths of her beautiful eyes. "Fine, after this, if you don't give me a satisfactory answer, I won't forgive you." Qin Feng rolled his eyes at Yan Wushuang. Then, he looked at the empty surroundings and shouted, "Brothers of the Dragon Sect, there's no need to hide anymore. Come out, and let's take down the people of the William family." Qin Feng's voice was loud and clear. Prince William and the others' expressions changed drastically. They quickly looked around vigilantly. After a while, no one responded to Qin Feng, let alone the scene of dozens of experts flying out at once. Yan Wushuang's face turned pale. She looked as if she wanted to bite Qin Feng to death. She quickly pulled Qin Feng's arm and whispered, "Don't shout. I came here alone." "Holy shit! You didn't call for help? Are you kidding me? Didn't I inform you in advance? How could you come here alone?" Qin Feng was so angry that he jumped up. He had never seen such a stupid partner like Yan Wushuang. "Ahem. I didn't know the situation clearly. I thought you only found some small information. I didn't expect to fight the boss tonight, and you didn't explain clearly. I really regret partnering with you. I've never seen such a stupid person like you." Yan Wushuang was very dissatisfied with Qin Feng and complained. Qin Feng was so angry that his mouth became crooked. If Yan Wushuang was not a beautiful woman, Qin Feng would have sent her flying with a kick. Hee. Isn't this Miss Yan Wushuang? You really hid yourself well. So, you are from the Dragon Sect. Then your marriage with Williams is obviously just a show. Are you trying to infiltrate the William family? Professor Mike said with suppressed anger after he learned that the Dragon Sect did not send any other reinforcements. Qin Feng was dumbfounded. Yan Wushuang and Williams are married? Qin Feng thought that if he killed Williams, he would have killed Yan Wushuang's fiancée. The Chinese government is indeed sinister and cunning. They will do anything to achieve their goals. Prince William and the other three were furious after Yan Wushuang's identity was exposed. Yan Wushuang sneered. "Ha! Are you talking about yourselves? The Chinese government is sinister and cunning? The William family is the real sinister and shameless people. How many innocent lives have you killed to research on metahumans? You found out that Li Xingtian's new biological genetic technology is useful for your research on adepts, and that the Chinese Needle of Providence can increase the survival rate of adepts modified. You didn't hesitate to kill Li Xingtian's wife, kidnap his daughter, and even brainwash Avril so that Avril would come back to deceive his father. Only the William family would do such inhumane things." As a member of the Dragon Sect, Yan Wushuang had a lot of information. Recently, the Dragon Sect had been investigating the William family's research and secrets. Yan Wushuang knew the William family very well. "It's a trap? You scum! How dare you brainwash my daughter? I'm going to kill you all." Li Xingtian lost his mind when he learned the truth. He put down his daughter and lunged at Prince William. Bang! Before Li Xingtian could get close to Prince William, he was sent flying and landed heavily on the ground. He was severely injured. Qin Feng knew that Mike had used his dimension special ability again. Qin Feng was a little afraid of Mike's dimension special ability. The panic in Yan Wushuang's eyes intensified. She knew the classification of special abilities. A level 4 dimension special ability was equivalent to a stage 8 inner qi expert in China. Yan Wushuang was only a stage 7 inner qi expert. She had placed all her hopes on Qin Feng. "Senior Li, are you all right?" Qin Feng came to Li Xingtian's side and put a healing pill in his mouth. "Qiao Feng, I'm not dead yet.
Don't worry about me.
Take Avril away. She's the only person I care about in this world. Please take care of Avril for the rest of her life, Qiao Feng." Li Xingtian's voice was weak. He was so focused on his daughter that he didn't care about his own injuries. It was such a touching moment, but Qin Feng was lost in thought. He wondered if Li Xingtian was talking about the rest of her life or the rest of her life. "Senior Li Xingtian, are you willing to be my disciple and join my hero alliance?" Qin Feng asked solemnly. Li Xingtian was surprised and angry. "What nonsense are you talking about? I asked you to take care of my daughter for the rest of her life. Don't try to change the topic." The corner of Qin Feng's mouth twitched. He explained, "Senior Li, I'm serious. Are you willing to join the Hero Alliance?" Qin Feng was completing the founder's mission. He wanted to recruit 10 disciples who were at least stage 6 inner qi. Li Xingtian was only a stage 2 inner qi expert, but Qin Feng had studied the mission. He could temporarily accept Li Xingtian as a candidate disciple. As long as Li Xingtian broke through to stage 6 inner qi, he would automatically become a member of the Hero Alliance. Although Qin Feng could find 10 stage 6 inner qi experts and make them join the Hero Alliance, he didn't plan to do so. After all, the Hero Alliance was very powerful. Qin Feng only accepted people he liked. At least, these people wouldn't betray Qin Feng. Li Xingtian was one of the people Qin Feng approved of. Li Xingtian was furious when he saw Qin Feng's serious expression. "Why are you still concerned about this kind of nonsense at a time like this? Plus, I've never played League of Legends before. How can I join your team? You're not asking me to join a tournament, are you?" The corner of Qin Feng's mouth twitched, and he almost fainted. He yelled angrily, "I'm talking about a sect, not a game. If you agree to join the Hero Alliance, I can promise to take care of your daughter." "Okay, it's settled then. Let me make this clear. I don't even have an account in League of Legends. If you really want me to join a tournament, you have to provide me with an account." Li Xingtian agreed for his daughter's sake. Qin Feng didn't want to talk to Li Xingtian anymore. The moment Li Xingtian agreed, a dragon's roar came from the Dragon and Phoenix rankings in the Hero Alliance. Li Xingtian's name appeared on the board below Shimin Chuexue and Ouyang Feng's. However, his name was gray and not golden like Shimin Chuexue's and Ouyang Feng's. That must be why he was a candidate disciple. When Qin Feng recruited Li Xingtian to join the Hero Alliance, Yan Wushuang was in a confrontation with the William family. Yan Wushuang, a woman, couldn't win against the 4 men. Li Xingtian happened to be angry, so he joined Yan Wushuang's team and began to curse back at Prince William and the others. "You bastards are worse than beasts. Others might not know the secret of the William family's research, but I, Li Xingtian, know it. You've captured a large number of ordinary people, and these innocent people have been used for your special ability experiments. 90% of them will fail and die in the experiments, and even those who survive will be tortured. Their genes were modified, and their bodies mutated. Although they activated some of their superpower factors and became stronger than ordinary people, are they still human? They were slaughtered like pigs and cows. They were even brainwashed by you and became members of the William family's suicide squad. I also know the ultimate purpose of your secret research on superhumans. You want to start a war and rule the world? Ha, what a joke." Li Xingtian couldn't stop once he started talking. Yan Wushuang was dumbfounded. She didn't expect Li Xingtian to know the secret that the dragon sect couldn't find out after investigating for so long. The 4 members of the William family looked ferocious. Their ambition and secret had been discovered by Li Xingtian. Their eyes were filled with murderous intent. They didn't plan to leave anyone alive. Hum. A strange energy wave surged. Li Xingtian, who was still shouting, suddenly disappeared. In the next second, he appeared in Mike's arms and was knocked out by Mike's palm. Mike's night clothes fluttered, and the energy wave was still around him. Qin Feng looked at the unconscious Avril on the ground and hurriedly threw a punch at Mike. "I'll deal with Mike. I'll leave the other 3 to you." Qin Feng roared and arrived in front of Mike. Rumble. Qin Feng unleashed his stage 7 inner qi as he punched. His punch created a gust of wind, and the air whistled. Qin Feng's punch missed again. Hum. After his punch missed, Qin Feng raised his hand. The Spirit Blast sword flashed with orange light and cut through the night sky. The sharp sword qi was as dense as the clouds and instantly surrounded the area. "Let's see where you can hide." Qin Feng's sword danced in the air. He didn't care that his identity would be exposed if he used the Spirit Blast sword because he didn't plan to let the 4 members of the William family leave. Professor Mike disappeared, and Prince William and the other 2 attacked Yan Wushuang. Yan Wushuang was at a disadvantage, but Qin Feng's solitary 9 swords seemed invincible. Prince William's body was covered in ice armor as he retreated. William Leesy's night-traveling clothes were torn and tattered. Tom finally revealed his special ability. He was a wind-type special ability user. When he ran away, it was as if he had taken a rocket. P.S. I fell out of the monthly votes ranking the day before yesterday. Sigh. I still couldn't hold on. But I see the efforts of my readers. Thank you to all the readers who voted this month. Your support has made Hedonist Sovereign better. Chapter 659. Slash. With a simple swing of the Chonling sword, a condensed sword qi surged toward William. The rank 3 fire ability user, William, had no chance to escape. He was struck by the sword qi and fell to the ground. His clothes were torn to shreds, and his body was riddled with sword wounds. He was no longer breathing. William. Prince William and Tom roared at the same time. Professor Mike's voice was also mixed in between them. However, Professor Mike's voice was erratic, indicating that his position was constantly changing. "Xiao Feng, you're courting death. Let's attack together and kill Xiao Feng first." Both Prince William and Tom were enraged. They were like 2 mad beasts as they roared and charged at Qin Feng. Rumble. Suddenly, Qin Feng heard the sound of wind breaking. Tom was dozens of meters away from Qin Feng a second ago, but in the blink of an eye, he appeared in front of Qin Feng. Storm Fist. Tom threw a punch. The center of his fist was like the eye of a hurricane. With Tom as the center, a gust of violent wind rose and crashed into Qin Feng's body. Bang! 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 The gust hit Qin Feng's body and produced the sound of metal clashing. Tom was a level 3 wind ability user, and the wind he released was extremely powerful. If an ordinary person were to stand in the wind gap, they would definitely be ground to pieces. Even a low-level Chinese ancient martial artist would not be able to withstand the impact of such intense wind. What? Why are you fine? Why are you not hurt at all? Tom was dumbfounded when he saw the scene in front of him. Qin Feng stood motionless in the gust like a towering mountain. No matter how the gust attacked him, Qin Feng's expression remained unchanged. Qin Feng's strength was at stage 7 inner qi, and with the protection of the sacred azure battle armor, Tom's gust of wind couldn't hurt him. Even so, Qin Feng found it hard to breathe after standing in the gust for a long time. "Xiao Feng, come out of the eye of the wind." Yan Wushuang became nervous when she saw this. She leaped up and arrived beside Tom. At this time, Prince William had also rushed over. Before he arrived, the surrounding temperature had already dropped. "Bitch, you're courting death." Prince William clapped his hands, and an ice blade extended from his palm. Yan Wushuang frowned and changed her direction in midair. She drew 2 short blades in her hands and cut Prince William's ice sword into 2. However, in the next second, The broken ice sword recovered and continued to stab at Yan Wushuang. What a bunch of monsters. Yan Wushuang's body was as light as a swallow as she dodged Prince William's attack. As a member of the Dragon Gate, Yan Wushuang had helped the Dragon Gate complete many difficult missions and had seen many powerhouses from different countries. However, facing the powerhouses of the William Arcana clan of the United States, Yan Wushuang felt a headache. The arcana of these people defied common sense, and Yan Wushuang found it hard to deal with them. Yan Wushuang held Prince William back while Tom and Mike attacked Qin Feng together. Qin Feng was controlled by Tom's wind ability, so he couldn't escape for a while. Professor Mike's position kept changing, so Qin Feng had no way of locating the old man. Storm Fist. Tom threw another punch at Qin Feng, creating 3 whirlwinds around Qin Feng. It was even harder for Qin Feng to escape. Brat, you are dead meat. Mike, who had been hiding, suddenly appeared. His cold and hoarse voice came from behind Qin Feng. Before Qin Feng could turn around, he was hit in the back.
Bang.
Qin Feng's body was sent flying. Tom's black suit started to flutter, and the 3 whirlwinds started to move along with Qin Feng. The violent airflow collided with Qin Feng's body.
Clang, 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 clang.
The sound of metal colliding with each other was terrifying enough. Xiao Feng, Yan Wushuang was frightened by the sound of a meat grinder. She hastily rushed toward Qin Feng. Yan Wushuang had dozens of flying daggers hidden in her tight black clothes. She couldn't care less about them now. The flying daggers rained down on Tom like raindrops.
Puffed.
Tom controlled his ability while dodging the flying daggers. After a few moves, Tom's arms and thighs were stabbed several times. The blades of the flying daggers all sank into his flesh, leaving only red strips of cloth fluttering in the wind. The pain caused Tom's forehead to break out in a cold sweat. Tom, don't stop. Keep surrounding this brat. As the 3 hurricanes quickly dissipated, Professor Mike roared. His figure disappeared once again, and before Qin Feng could react, he slapped Qin Feng's back again, sending him flying. The old man's special ability was very strange, and his speed was very fast. Qin Feng couldn't find a way out of this situation.
Puffed, puffed, puffed.
Qin Feng didn't know how many times Professor Mike slapped him, and he was also hit by the 3 whirlwinds. Even though Qin Feng was wearing the illusory demon armor, he couldn't help but vomit a few mouthfuls of blood. You bastards! You are seeking death. Yan Wushuang's eyes turned red when she saw Qin Feng vomiting blood. She didn't know why she became so agitated.
Whoosh.
Yan Wushuang suddenly dashed toward Tom. She turned into a black shadow, and her speed was obviously several times faster than before. Tom's eyes widened and were filled with terror. He could already feel the aura of death surrounding him. No matter where he ran, he would not be able to survive.
Buzz.
A strange energy wave rippled. The dagger in Yan Wushuang's hand turned into a beam of white light and sliced through Tom's neck. At the same time, Tom's body suddenly disappeared. The next moment, he reappeared beside Mike. Professor Mike used his space arcana at the critical moment. He wanted to pull Tom away, but Yan Wushuang was too fast. Even Mike could not save Tom. A thin cut appeared on Tom's neck, and blood oozed out from the cut. The cut expanded and eventually spread to Tom's entire neck. His head was sent flying, and he was dead.
Arg.
You bitch. How dare you kill Tom? Both of you will pay with your life today.
Buzz.
Mike was like a crazy beast. He was still more than 10 meters away from Yan Wushuang when he roared. But in the next second, his skinny palm hit Yan Wushuang's back.
Puffed.
Yan Wushuang didn't have the protection of the armor. Her slender body was like a kite with a broken string. She vomited a few mouthfuls of blood in the air. Leader Yan, are you alright? Yan Wushuang landed on the grass not far from Qin Feng. Qin Feng's inner chi was in a mess, and he didn't have the strength to check on Yan Wushuang. Cough, cough. I'm not dead yet. No, but we don't have much longer to live. Yan Wu Shuang looked at Qin Feng with a complicated expression in her beautiful eyes.
Ding.
Congratulations, host Qin Feng, for completing the quest. Help Yan Wu Shuang investigate the William family's secret plan. The system will reward host Qin Feng 10,000 hedonist points and a bottle of mutant gene solution. Ding! The hedonist sovereign system has issued a quest. Destroy the William family's secret plan. Quest time limit: 1 year. If the quest is completed, the system will reward host Qin Feng 200,000 hedonist points, an ancient giant beast's gene solution, and a bottle of super mutant potion. If the quest is failed, 400,000 hedonist points will be deducted. The system notification rang in Qin Feng's mind, followed by Ouyang Feng's aged voice. Master, the Villa Master of White Camel Villa, Ouyang Feng, requests to fight. When Qin Feng regained his senses, Professor Mike and Prince William were already standing in front of him and Yan Wu Shuang. Qin Feng had killed the rank 3 fire ability user, William Lease, and Yan Wu Shuang had killed the rank 3 wind ability user, Tom. Prince William and Mike were furious. Do you know how important a level 3 ability user is to the William family? Ever since the William family started developing ability users, they haven't produced many level 3 ability users. You guys have killed 2 of them at once. This is unforgivable. Professor Mike's eyes were filled with killing intent, and his wrinkled face was filled with malevolence.
Buzz.
Suddenly, a strange energy wave rippled in the air, and a huge rock floated in the air and landed on Qin Feng's body. With a loud bang, Qin Feng's body was smashed into the ground, and a small pit was formed. Qin Feng coughed violently and spat out a few mouthfuls of blood. You bastards! Come at me if you dare! Don't touch my men! Yan Wu Shuang felt an inexplicable pain in her heart when she saw Qin Feng was beaten. She screamed at Mike like a madman. Mike sneered. Don't worry, bitch. I'll deal with your man first, and then I'll deal with you later. What do you think? Are you upset to see your man getting beaten up? Mike had misunderstood the relationship between Qin Feng and Yan Wu Shuang, but Qin Feng and Yan Wu Shuang did not explain. Qin Feng was too injured to explain, and Yan Wu Shuang was not in the mood to. Whoosh! The huge rock that hit Qin Feng flew up again and quickly fell toward Qin Feng. This time, the speed of the rock was twice as fast. If it hit Qin Feng, it would smash his intestines out. Stop, please stop. Yan Wu Shuang's eyes were filled with panic. She struggled to push Qin Feng away, but she was severely injured by Mike's palm strike, so she couldn't circulate her qi. Seeing that the huge rock was about to hit Qin Feng, Yan Wu Shuang's expression became fierce.
Bang!
With a loud bang, Qin Feng lay on the ground unscathed. The huge rock was sent flying by a punch, and it hit Prince William, causing him to spit out a mouthful of blood.
Buzz!
Mike changed his position first. In a flash, he appeared in an empty space more than 10 meters away. His old eyes were filled with killing intent as he stared coldly at the black-robed man standing beside Qin Feng. Mike could not see the man's face clearly, but he could sense an evil aura from the black-robed man. Even Professor Mike, a 4th-layer spatial ability user, felt his heart tremble at this moment.
Who are you?
Why did you attack us? Mike forced himself to calm down and stared at Ouyang Feng with vigilance. Ouyang Feng acted as if he did not hear Mike's question. He spoke unhurriedly, and his voice sounded like 2 pieces of iron rubbing against each other. How dare you attack my little friend Xiao Feng? You must die.
Boom.
Ouyang Feng and Shimin Shueishue had the same temperament. When they fought, they would not waste time talking nonsense. One of their palms slapped toward Professor Mike. A skinny and shriveled hand stretched out from under the black robe. The palm was old and wrinkled. Such a hand did not look threatening at all. It even looked like the arm of a dead person. However, it contained a strong aura of death, causing Professor Mike to panic.
Buzz!
Professor Mike's nocturnal clothes made a sharp noise, as if he was wearing an iron sheet. Ouyang Feng's palm rose and fell. In less than a second, the wind from his palm was like a blade, and it landed on Mike's position. But when it landed, Mike had already disappeared. Ouyang Feng waved his hand and tore off a piece of cloth from Mike's clothes.
Buzz.
Mike reappeared a dozen meters away, standing beside Prince William. Ouyang Feng and Mike looked at each other, and both of them were shocked. Chapter 660.
Who are you?
I advise you to stay out of this. Mike had started to fear Ouyang Feng. If possible, he didn't want to fight Ouyang Feng head-on. Prince William's internal organs were almost displaced by the impact of the boulder. He was still coughing violently. Mike took out a bottle of green liquid. Prince William crushed it and poured it into his mouth. I said, "You must die." Ouyang Feng's face was covered by a black hat. His voice was hoarse, as if he had just walked out of hell. His black robe blended in with the night. His figure flickered and disappeared before Mike and Prince William's eyes. This guy is not easy to deal with. Let's leave after we capture Avril. Mike's expression froze, and his clothes began to flutter again. He and Prince William also suddenly disappeared. Their figures appeared from time to time, and every time they appeared, they would move more than 10 meters away. Moreover, their direction was completely irregular, making it impossible to track their movements. A strange energy wave surged, and Avril, who was lying unconscious on the ground, suddenly disappeared. Senior Ouyang Feng, don't let Avril be taken away. Mike is a rank 4 spatial ability user. He can switch positions. Qin Feng shouted. Ouyang Feng's wrinkled face under the black hat twisted. He suddenly thrust his palm into the air. The energy in his palm split the sky and created a vacuum in the air. Rumble, rumble. Explosions rang out one after another in the air. Ouyang Feng's simple palm strike had caused the surrounding airflow to change its pattern. The strange energy wave fluctuated again, and its intensity decreased rapidly. Avril suddenly appeared in the air. Ouyang Feng leaped and brought Avril to Qin Feng's side in the next second.
Puffed.
Professor Mike and Prince William appeared in an empty space about 10 meters away. Prince William looked much better, but Professor Mike was pale and vomited a mouthful of blood. It seemed like he couldn't hold on much longer. Master, Mike's spiritual power is different when he uses his spatial ability on different targets. Li Xingtian is only a stage 2 inner chi martial artist, so it's very easy for Mike to switch places with him. Avril is unconscious and has no self-awareness, so it's easier for her to be taken away. But it's very difficult for Mike to switch positions with Master. So if Master can capture Avril, Mike can't take Avril away anymore. Little Pig's voice resounded in Qin Feng's mind. Qin Feng finally understood. It turned out that the strength of a superpower user's superpower was limited. They relied on their mental strength to control the release of their superpower. Mental strength was the same as the inner chi of an ancient martial arts practitioner. It would be depleted as it was used, and could only be recovered after a period of rest. Old friend Ouyang Feng, Mike, can't hold on much longer. Take this opportunity to capture them alive, Qin Feng yelled, and Ouyang Feng's figure instantly disappeared. To prevent Mike from taking Avril away again, Qin Feng held Avril in his arms.
Hey!
Why are you hugging that woman? Let her go. Yan Wuxia was annoyed. She glared at Qin Feng angrily. Qin Feng explained with a serious expression, I'm afraid that Mike will take Avril away again, so I'm holding her to prevent that from happening. Obviously, Yan Wuxia didn't believe him. She shouted with a cold face, then you only need to hold her hand. Why are you holding Avril in your arms? Your hand is still on her chest. You are too shameless. Qin Feng didn't expect Yan Wuxia to notice his little action, even though it was so dark outside. He was embarrassed. Qin Feng quickly moved his hand away, but he still held Avril in his arms. Yan Wuxia was inexplicably angry. Go away. I'll hold Avril. The effect is the same. Yan Wuxia couldn't stand it anymore. She pushed Qin Feng away and pulled Avril to her side. Qin Feng scratched his head awkwardly. When he saw the bloodstains at the corner of Yan Wuxia's mouth, He took out 2 chi-strengthening pills from the system. He swallowed one and threw the other to Yan Wushuang. "Eat it, and your body will recover in no time," Qin Feng said. The place where the chi-strengthening pill floated past was filled with a rich medicinal fragrance. Yan Wushuang caught the chi-strengthening pill, which was the size of a quail's egg, and her beautiful eyes shone brightly. Yan Wushuang was stunned and speechless for a moment. What is this?" "It's a medicinal pill. Anyway, it's good for your body. Eat it quickly." Qin Feng didn't explain the chi-strengthening pill in detail because he was afraid that Yan Wushuang would wet herself if she knew it was a grade 4 spiritual pill. You wouldn't use some kind of drug to harm me, right?" Yan Wushuang said, but she was shocked. She could feel that it was a real medicinal pill, and its grade was not low. "If you don't want to eat it, just throw it away," Qin Feng said indifferently. Yan Wushuang looked at the chi-strengthening pill in her hand carefully. Suddenly, she cried out in surprise. This is a grade 4 spiritual pill, right? I've seen it in the St. Medic Hall in Martial Artist Town." This grade 4 spiritual pill was the treasure of the St. Medic Hall. There are only 5 pills in a bottle, and it costs 50 million yuan and 2,000 points to buy. "You have this kind of medicinal pill?" Yan Wushuang was stunned. As a member of the Dragon Sect, she was experienced and knowledgeable. However, Qin Feng would always inadvertently provoke Yan Wushuang. A blue-grade spiritual weapon, a black-grade cultivation method, a mysterious expert friend, and now, a grade 4 spiritual pill, as if it was candy. What kind of person was he? Are you sure you want to give me this chi-strengthening pill?" Although Yan Wushuang had known Qin Feng for a long time, and they always quarreled on the surface, their relationship was still quite close. Even so, it was not to the point of giving someone a precious medicinal pill like the chi-strengthening pill. "If I eat it, you won't force me to marry you, right? I said I'll give it to you. Why are you so wishy-washy? You're like a woman," Qin Feng said indifferently. It was just a chi-strengthening pill, and it was nothing to a grade 4 alchemist like Qin Feng. Yan Wushuang nodded, and a warm feeling surged in her heart. She stole a glance at Qin Feng, and this was the first time she found Qin Feng's side profile to be so handsome. He was so handsome that Yan Wushuang blushed. In the next second, Yan Wushuang suddenly shouted with a cold face, "Who are you calling a woman? I'm a woman. Don't tell me you've always treated me like a tomboy? What kind of tomboy has such a big chest? All right, I'm going to help. Take care of Avril." After eating the chi-strengthening pill, Qin Feng's body had recovered by half. He leaped and disappeared from Yan Wushuang's side. Yan Wushuang wanted to scold Qin Feng again, but she found that he had slipped away. Yan Wushuang was so angry that her shirt was about to burst. At this time, Ouyang Feng and Mike were fighting fiercely. Mike's face was as white as a sheet. He didn't dare to stop moving, and he kept using his special ability to change his position with Prince William. Ouyang Feng stood on the ground, under the night sky. The cold wind kept blowing, messing up his black robe. He struck his palm from time to time, and every time he disappeared, he would return to his original position the next moment. The sound of wind breaking was deafening. Although Ouyang Feng's attack didn't land on Mike and Prince William, Mike's black robe was in tatters, and his meticulously combed hair was in a mess. He looked very miserable. "Xiao Feng is here. What should we do?" Prince William frowned. He thought that with Professor Mike in charge, the operation would be a success. He didn't expect that a monster like Ouyang Feng would appear out of nowhere. "I can't hold on any longer. Let's leave Avril and escape with Li Xingtian." Mike took a step back. He didn't dare to think too much. Escaping with Li Xingtian was the best outcome. Swoosh! Several white rays of light soared into the sky. Before Qin Feng's figure arrived, the wind blades arrived first. Professor Mike roared. Both of them disappeared again and reappeared in an open space a dozen meters away. "The technique you used just now is very familiar. Are you Qin Feng?" Prince William was shocked. The last time he ambushed Qin Feng at Ghost Mountain, Qin Feng used the wind blade martial skill to repel them. This Earth-rank skill was so powerful that Prince William remembered it clearly. Humph, you're courting death. Qin Feng didn't hold back when he realized that Prince William had seen through his identity. He raised his hand, and a fireball flew towards Prince William. Mike and Prince William's eyes widened. Is Qin Feng a special ability user? Rumble. The destructive fire was so powerful that the temperature in the surroundings rose. Prince William didn't have time to think. He hastily activated his special ability. A strange energy wave rippled around him. Prince William pushed his hands forward, and a wall of ice formed in front of him and Mike.
Bang!
The fireball collided with the ice wall and melted it instantly. Prince William's expression changed drastically. He was shocked by the flames released by Qin Feng. Only a rank 4 fire ability user could release such a powerful flame. Professor Mike, I can't hold on any longer. Let's go. The melted ice was immediately replaced by new ice. Layer after layer of ice walls appeared, but they were quickly melted by the fire of destruction. Prince William's face started to turn pale. Ouyang Feng seized the opportunity and launched a palm strike. Dozens of ice walls were shattered. Prince William was hit by the palm strike and was sent flying backward. Rumble. Qin Feng turned around and launched another palm strike. Several fireballs flew towards Mike. Mike cursed. He didn't even have the energy to use his special ability to save Prince William. He quickly changed his position. Catch Prince William. Qin Feng shouted at Ouyang Feng. His figure flashed, and he chased after Mike. Mike carried Li Xingtian in his hand and kept disappearing and reappearing. Qin Feng couldn't catch up to him because he couldn't pinpoint his location. Professor Mike, leave first.
Don't worry about me.
Ouyang Feng was fast and had already caught Prince William. Just as Prince William finished speaking, Ouyang Feng slapped the back of his neck and knocked the prince out. Mike was so angry that he glared at Ouyang Feng, but there was nothing he could do. Ouyang Feng was too powerful. Ever since Ouyang Feng appeared, Professor Mike did not dare to stay in the same place for more than 2 seconds. If he did, he would definitely be sent flying by Ouyang Feng's palm. Trying to escape? Not so easy. Mike gave up on Prince William and left with Li Xingtian. Qin Feng quickly chased after them. His palm struck randomly in the air. Wind blades pierced through the air and aimlessly shot into the distance. What's going on? Where am I? Li Xingtian's voice suddenly sounded. Qin Feng instantly located Mike's position. A few wind blades quickly streaked past, heading straight for Mike. Mike originally wanted to continue using his ability to disappear, but after Li Xingtian woke up, he increased the intensity of Mike's ability. This time, he was actually a step slower, and his thigh was suddenly cut by 3 wind blades.
Bang!
Chapter 661. Damn it! How dare you mess up the William family's business? You'll have to collect your own corpses. Professor Mike's angry voice came from the sky. He didn't even plan to take Li Xingtian with him. This way, Professor Mike would have no burden and could still escape. Senior Ouyang Feng, can you catch up with Mike? Qin Feng shouted at Ouyang Feng while grabbing Li Xingtian. Mike's ability is too strange. I can't locate him without inner qi. Ouyang Feng said helplessly. Although he was a genius in both internal and external cultivation, Ouyang Feng couldn't do anything in the face of a mutant's ability. Even Ouyang Feng couldn't catch Mike, so Qin Feng could only watch him escape. Qin Feng brought Li Xingtian to where Yan Wuxia and Avril were. Ouyang Feng grabbed Prince William with one hand and jumped lightly into the crowd. Who is this, seniors? Ouyang Feng appeared after Li Xingtian fainted, so he didn't know him. As a matter of fact, Yan Wuxia was also very curious about Ouyang Feng. She had already heard about the incident where Ouyang Feng wreaked havoc in the Soaring Cloud Mansion a few days ago. It was said that a peerless expert had appeared at that time and defeated the Purple Dragon of China effortlessly. Recently, the Dragon Sect had been investigating Ouyang Feng's identity. This is an old friend of mine. His identity is rather special. Even I don't know who he is. Everyone don't ask too much. My senior has a very strange temper. If you anger him, I won't be able to help you. Qin Feng didn't want to reveal too much information about Ouyang Feng. Otherwise, there would be trouble. Li Xingtian had seen Ouyang Feng's skills. Even Mike couldn't beat Ouyang Feng. It was a taboo for experts like him to ask about their background. Li Xingtian didn't care. He bowed to Ouyang Feng and said, "Senior, thank you for saving me. I will remember your kindness. If you need my help in the future, please don't hesitate to ask." Yan Wushuang's sexy little mouth opened and closed. She had some doubts in her heart, but she didn't say it out loud. She was afraid that she might anger this powerful old man. Where is this? While they were talking, Avril, who was lying on the ground, suddenly opened her beautiful eyes. She looked at Qin Feng and the others with a strange light in her eyes. Soon, Avril's eyes became complicated. It seemed that she had regained her memory. "Girl, you're awake. Are you all right? You scared me to death." When Li Xingtian saw that Avril had woken up, he immediately went up and hugged his daughter. He had been separated from Avril for 5 years, and he was very excited to be reunited with her tonight. "Be careful." Just as Li Xingtian hugged Avril, Qin Feng's expression suddenly changed. He pulled Li Xingtian away with one hand and grabbed Avril's dagger with the other. Pucci. Avril was about to pierce Li Xingtian's heart with the dagger, but Qin Feng grabbed it tightly. The sharp blade cut Qin Feng's palm, causing blood to flow out. Everyone was stunned. Li Xingtian seemed to have aged more than 10 years in an instant. His body went limp, and he directly sat on the ground. His pair of turbid eyes lost their color as he looked at his daughter in shock and confusion. How could Li Xingtian accept this? His daughter wanted to kill him? "What are you doing? That's your father." Qin Feng's expression turned sinister. If he hadn't guessed that Avril had been brainwashed, he would have killed Avril a long time ago. "Heh? Father?" Avril was grabbed by Qin Feng, but she was not nervous at all. Her gaze swept over Li Xingtian on the ground, and her beautiful eyes flashed with cold, murderous intent. "That's right. The person I killed was my father, that cruel and unscrupulous beast." Avril calling Li Xingtian a beast shocked everyone once again. Li Xingtian's blood boiled, and his eyes rolled back as he fainted. Slap. A crisp sound rang out. Qin Feng slapped Avril. Avril's delicate body trembled violently as she stared at Qin Feng, dumbfounded. This stinky man dared to hit her butt. "Why, you'll die a horrible death. I am going to kill you." After Avril regained her senses, she was so angry that her entire body trembled. She pounced at Qin Feng like a madman. Qin Feng didn't move at all. He slapped her again. Slap. This slap was even louder than the previous one. Avril felt a burning pain on her butt. Her charming face was as cold as frost, and she looked like she wanted to skin Qin Feng alive. "Why you go and die?" Avril's golden curls stood on end, as if she had been electrocuted. Her beautiful eyes were empty and lifeless, and her black eyeballs rolled back, revealing the whites of her eyes. Avril's face suddenly turned as pale as a sheet of paper. Blue veins popped out on her forehead, and a layer of cold sweat broke out on her forehead. An invisible energy wave surged out from her body. Bang! A strong gust of wind blew behind Qin Feng. Before he could react, he was sent flying. Ouyang Feng didn't have time to stop Qin Feng because he was also stunned. This sudden turn of events was out of everyone's expectation. "How dare you betray Master? You're courting death." Ouyang Feng's voice was hoarse and cold. His wrinkled face twisted as he slapped Yan Wushuang. The wind from his palm was so strong that it could shatter a mountain. The woman who sneak-attacked Qin Feng was none other than Yan Wushuang. "Pfft! Senior Ouyang Feng, please stop." Qin Feng spat out a mouthful of blood in midair and shouted anxiously. Ouyang Feng's skinny palm was already on Yan Wushuang's back. Even a stage 7 inner chi expert like Yan Wushuang would die in an instant. In the end, Ouyang Feng obeyed his master's order and stopped in time. "Master." Ouyang Feng leaped into the air and appeared beside Qin Feng in the next second. He caught Qin Feng in his arms. Qin Feng ignored the fact that Ouyang Feng had called him master in a moment of desperation. He yelled at Li Xingtian, "Hurry up and save Senior Li!"
Bang!
As soon as Qin Feng finished speaking, Yan Wushuang slapped Li Xingtian away. Avril's beautiful eyes returned to normal. Her starry black eyes stared at everyone proudly. However, her face was still as pale as a sheet of paper. It was as if all the strength in her body had been sucked out, and she collapsed to the ground. What happened just now? Qiao Feng, are you all right? Yan Wushuang's delicate body trembled as if she had just regained her senses. She looked at everyone in a daze. She felt that something strange had just happened, but she couldn't remember anything. Team leader Yan, hurry up and capture Avril. I suspect she has the ability to control people's minds. There were 5 people from the William family. Professor Mike and the other 3 had unleashed their special abilities. Avril had been concealing her true strength, but it seemed like her special ability was terrifying. Woman, you've lost your mind. Yan Wushuang threw herself at Avril angrily after she realized what had happened. Avril's special ability was unique. She was a rank 1 psionic special ability user. She could control people's minds. However, her current special ability level was too low. She had used up all her spiritual power to control Yan Wushuang, who was at stage 7 inner chi.
Bang! Bang! Bang!
The sound of wind breaking echoed in the air. Qin Feng and Ouyang Feng furrowed their brows at the same time. A pair of scimitars flashed in the air. Under the moonlight, the pair of scimitars gleamed with a cold light.
Bang!
Ouyang Feng stood in front of Qin Feng and punched out with his bare hands. His fist smashed into one of the scimitars and sent it flying. Watch out! The other scimitar flew at Yan Wushuang. Qin Feng shouted. Yan Wushuang hastily leaped away from the scimitar. Buzz! Another energy wave rippled. Li Xingtian, who had fainted on the ground, suddenly disappeared. Oh no! Mike didn't leave. He took Li Xingtian away. Look after Prince William and Avril. Don't let them be taken away. Qin Feng quickly saw through the situation. Mike hadn't left and was just hiding in the dark, waiting for an opportunity to attack. Now there was another Wuxia martial artist helping Mike. The pair of scimitars was thrown by the Wuxia martial artist. Qin Feng had already sensed the surge of inner chi. You're courting death. Ouyang Feng punched the scimitars away and disappeared. When he reappeared, he was already 20 meters away. A man with black cloth wrapped around his body, including his face, stood there. Only his eyes were exposed, and they glinted fiercely. The wind surged, and the air was filled with the strong smell of herbs. Qin Feng recognized the man immediately. He was the one who ambushed Qin Feng with Prince William at Ghost Mountain. The bright moon dragon phoenix slash returned to the man's hand. He held the scimitar in one hand and the phoenix in the other. The 2 scimitars slashed at Ouyang Feng's palm. Rumble! Ouyang Feng sent the man covered in black cloth flying with a palm strike. The man covered in black cloth fell to the ground and coughed violently. His black eyes were filled with shock. He was shocked by Ouyang Feng's strength. Qin Feng was also shocked. When they fought at Ghost Mountain not long ago, Qin Feng was still a stage 4 inner chi cultivator, and the man covered in black cloth was only a stage 5 inner chi cultivator. Only a month had passed, and the man covered in black cloth was already as strong as a stage 7 inner chi cultivator. Mike, let's go. The man covered in black cloth roared. His voice was deep and gloomy, making people feel uncomfortable. Buzz! Mike's clothes and hair fluttered in the wind. In the next moment, he and Li Xingtian disappeared. Rumble! Ouyang Feng's palm landed on the man covered in black cloth. The man covered in black cloth disappeared as well. Ouyang Feng's palm strike only left a deep palm print on the ground. Where is he? Qin Feng was hit by Yan Wushuang's palm. He had been using his qi to heal himself, and now he was feeling a little better. Mike's spatial ability was truly strange. Even Ouyang Feng didn't dare to lower his guard. He had already arrived at Qin Feng's side, protecting him at all times. Qin Feng, are you alright? Did I injure you just now? Yan Wushuang knocked Avril out and came to Qin Feng's side. She looked at Qin Feng with a complicated expression. Leader Yan, it's not your fault. I can see that you are bewitched. I think Avril is controlling you. Qin Feng had learned the spiritual beast master's sensing ability from Qiao Shi, and he had entered the realm of myriad creation. That was why he stopped Ouyang Feng in time. Qin Feng had already noticed Yan Wushuang's abnormal condition. Although Qin Feng didn't blame Yan Wushuang still blamed herself. She and Qin Feng were partners who fought side by side, and they had to share life and death together in a mission. Their backs could only be guarded by their companions, but Yan Wushuang betrayed Qin Feng and injured him. I think they are really gone this time, Ouyang Feng, who had been silent all this while, suddenly said. Ouyang Feng could sense the inner qi fluctuation of the man covered in black cloth. However, after a long time, he couldn't sense any inner qi fluctuation within a few hundred meters.
Sigh.
Avril is here, but they took Li Xingtian away. What the hell is going on? Qin Feng looked at the unconscious Avril and didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Chapter 662. Qin Feng and the others stayed in the clearing for a while. Mike and the man in the black cloth sack did not return. It seemed like they were really afraid of Ouyang Feng, so they left Prince William and Avril behind and ran away. Qiao Feng, since there's no more danger here, I'll take my leave, Ouyang Feng said to Qin Feng. He leaped into the air and disappeared into the dark night. Yan Wushuang let out a long sigh of relief. She felt an invisible pressure when Ouyang Feng was around. Now that Ouyang Feng was gone, the pressure disappeared completely. Team Leader Yan, what should we do now? Qin Feng asked Yan Wushuang as he looked at the unconscious Avril and Prince William. A strange light flickered in Yan Wushuang's beautiful eyes. She pondered for a moment and then said, although we didn't capture all the people sent by the William family, we have completed the task assigned to us by the Dragon Gate. Now, we will bring our men back to the Dragon Gate to report. As for what to do next, let the higher-ups decide. As Yan Wushuang spoke, she carried Avril and walked forward, leaving Prince William to be carried by Qin Feng. Team Leader Yan, you go back alone. I'm not going to the Dragon Gate with you. Also, leave Avril with me and bring Prince William back. Qin Feng snatched Avril from Yan Wushuang's arms. Yan Wushuang was furious. Give Avril back to me. Where are you going with her? Yan Wushuang shouted at Qin Feng, but Qin Feng ignored her and ran faster than a rabbit with Avril in his arms. You bastard. Don't let me see you again. Yan Wushuang stomped her feet in anger. She only calmed down after venting her anger for a while. Seeing Qin Feng disappear into the night, Yan Wushuang carried Prince William back to the Dragon Gate. Meanwhile, Qin Feng and Avril had arrived at Yan Wushuang's villa. Qin Feng carried Avril all the way to the room on the 3rd floor. He threw Avril on the bed and was about to take off her clothes. What are you doing, master? Little Pig asked in confusion. Qin Feng was stunned. He almost forgot that he brought Avril back to ask her about the William family's base and experiments. After he completed the mission of help Yan Wushuang investigate the William family's secret plan, the system assigned him the mission of destroy the William family's secret plan. Qin Feng needed to collect more information about the William family. Cough cough. I didn't do anything. Qin Feng withdrew his hand from Avril's collar. He looked at the mixed-blood Avril and couldn't help but gulp. Master, if I'm not mistaken, you wanted to fuck her just now, right? Little Pig had a look of disdain on his face. Qin Feng hurriedly glared at Little Pig and said with a deadpan expression, nonsense. As a virtuous Chinese medicine teacher, how could I do such a thing? Little Pig couldn't be bothered to expose Qin Feng, so he changed the topic and said, Master, if you want Avril's memories, you'll have to spend 10,000 hedonist points. Didn't you say it's only 5,000 hedonist points? Why did the price increase as soon as you came back? Qin Feng complained. Qin Feng had planned to obtain Avril's memories back at the biology lab, so he brought Avril back to the villa alone. One memory costs 5,000 hedonist points, so of course 2 memories cost 10,000 hedonist points. Little Pig said as it shook its head. Qin Feng's expression slightly changed. Avril has 2 memories? Yes, before she was captured by the William family, she had 1 memory. After she was captured, she was brainwashed, so she has another memory, Little Pig explained. Qin Feng looked at Avril, who was still beautiful and moving even when she was unconscious. He suddenly felt that this girl's life was quite pitiful. At her age, she should have spent her youth in university, but she had been brainwashed by the William family for 5 years, and even her original memories had been sealed. Purchase. Qin Feng spent 10,000 hedonist points to purchase Avril's memories. Immediately, 2 massive waves of information flowed into Qin Feng's mind. After half an hour, Qin Feng's expression became serious. He had understood everything about Avril since she was born. Avril's original name was Li Shanshan. She really was Li Xingtian's daughter. Avril was 22 years old this year. She was captured by the William family when she was 17. At that time, Li Shanshan's mother, Avril, was still alive, and the family of 3 lived a warm and happy life. This kind of life was shattered by the William family. 5 years ago, Li Xingtian developed the new biological gene technology, which caused a sensation in the medical world. Not long after, the William family found Li Xingtian and tricked him into going to the William family's base in America to do research. Afterwards, Li Xingtian discovered the William family's research secrets and their ambition. Li Xingtian began to think of ways to escape this demon family. In the end, Li Xingtian escaped and angered the higher-ups of the William family. They secretly killed Li Xingtian's wife, Avril. In order to remember his wife, Avril, Li Xingtian changed his daughter's name to Avril. Not long after, his daughter, Li Shanshan, was also captured. After Li Shanshan was captured, she was brainwashed. All of her previous memories were sealed, which led to the appearance of the second set of memories. This memory was forcefully implanted into Li Shanshan's brain by the William family. They inverted right and wrong, saying that Li Xingtian had an affair and abandoned Avril and Li Shanshan. In the end, he even killed his wife, Avril. Li Shanshan's second memory was that she hated her father. She wanted to avenge her mother and kill that heartless man, Li Xingtian. It was also for this reason that Li Shanshan suddenly attacked Li Xingtian in the laboratory. After seeing Li Shanshan's memories, Qin Feng felt pity for this girl. A good family had been destroyed, and Li Shanshan had been used by the enemy. She had always lived in a mess of hatred. What disappointed Qin Feng was that the William family's people were extremely cautious and careful. They probably already knew that Li Shanshan would be captured one day. The memories they implanted in Li Shanshan didn't involve any of the William family secrets. Moreover, Li Shanshan didn't stay in the William family's base for the past 5 years. She stayed in America. In short, in her second memory, there was almost no internal secret information about the William family. Master, Avril's about to wake up. Little Pig's voice sounded out, and Qin Feng came back to his senses. Looking at the beautiful and moving Li Shanshan sleeping soundly, Qin Feng hesitated for a moment before saying, "Little Pig, help me recover Li Shanshan's memories from 5 years ago and seal her memories from the William family." "Master, it'll cost you 5,000 hedonist points," Little Pig said. "Flowers," Qin Feng ordered. 5,000 hedonist points instantly disappeared, leaving Qin Feng with 42,000 hedonist points. Avril's long eyelashes slightly trembled, and soon, she opened her enchanting eyes. Avril was a mixed blood. Her eyes were light blue, her nose was tall, and her eyebrows were protruding. She was a very beautiful woman, and her beautiful eyes sparkled. They weren't as cold and distant as before, but were filled with spirituality and sweetness. They were a pair of eyes that could laugh and talk.
Ah.
W, who are you? W, why am I here? Where are my daddy and mommy? As soon as Avril woke up, she sat up in shock. She crossed her arms in front of her chest and looked Qin Feng up and down with a vigilant expression. Qin Feng smiled brightly. He knew that Avril's memories had been restored to the state before she was captured by the William family 5 years ago. So Avril had been so adorable back then. Shan, don't you recognize me? I'm your boyfriend, Qiao Feng. As soon as Qin Feng said this, Avril's eyes widened in disbelief. Since when did she have a boyfriend? Little Pig tumbled in the system. He was completely defeated by Qin Feng's shamelessness. I don't have a boyfriend. Why, you're not a bad person, are you? Hurry and leave, or else I'll call the police. Li Shanshan's expression was adorable, and her words were adorable. She was completely different from the cold and calm Avril. Qin Feng liked the current Li Shanshan more. Shan, I'm not a bad person.
Take a look at my ID.
I'm a teacher at Provincial Capital University. Qin Feng took out his teacher's ID. Li Shanshan looked at it seriously. After a while, Li Shanshan's vigilant expression relaxed. She looked at Qin Feng with a puzzled expression and asked, Teacher Qiao Feng, where are my daddy and mommy? I want to see them. They've gone to the National Research Bureau to conduct secret experiments. They'll probably be back in a few years. Don't worry, Uncle entrusted the rest of your life to me before he left. I'll take good care of you for him. Qin Feng couldn't help but glance at Avril's miniskirt when he mentioned the rest of his life. Avril hurriedly covered up her skirt and glared at Qin Feng with a huff. Nonsense, my daddy never mentioned you to me. Hurry and let me go, or I'll really call the police. Li Shanshan was clever and quick-witted. Naturally, she wouldn't be so easily fooled by Qin Feng. She jumped off the bed and ran outside. Qin Feng hurriedly grabbed her and pulled her back. What are you doing? Hurry and let go of my arm. My daddy is very powerful. If you dare to bully me, my daddy will give you a good beating. When Li Shanshan talked about Li Xingtian, her face was full of pride. Qin Feng felt a bit sad in his heart. If this girl remembered the fact that she almost killed Li Xingtian not long ago, would she suddenly collapse and faint like Li Xingtian? Shan, don't be so agitated. Uncle gave this to me before he left. He said you'll believe me when you see this. Qin Feng took out the jade pendant that Li Xingtian secretly gave him. Li Shanshan hurriedly snatched the jade pendant and held it in her hands like it was a treasure. She couldn't stop looking at it. This was a gift from Daddy when I was born. I've always worn it around my neck. How did it end up with you? Li Shanshan's memory returned to 5 years ago. Her memories of the 5 years in the William family were blank. This way, Li Shanshan had been separated from society for 5 years. Qin Feng had to think of a way to fool her. Shan, have you forgotten? 5 years ago, you got a strange disease. Even Uncle Li Xingtian couldn't cure you. Uncle and Auntie took you to see famous doctors all over the world, but you still couldn't wake up. In order to cure you, Uncle and Auntie spent all their savings. They also went to the country's secret research institute to make money to keep you alive. After they left, I've been taking care of you. I really didn't expect you to suddenly wake up. Qin Feng felt that if he was acting, he should go all the way. As he spoke, he suddenly pounced on Li Shanshan and hugged her. He hugged her so tightly that she couldn't breathe.
Don't touch me.
I don't even know you.
Who are you?
Li Shanshan was confused by Qin Feng. She even suspected that Qin Feng was crazy. Of course I'm your boyfriend. Otherwise, Uncle and Auntie wouldn't be willing to entrust the rest of your life to me. Qin Feng said with a serious expression. The sound of footsteps came from the stairs of the villa. Yan Wushuang had just walked to the 3rd floor when she saw Qin Feng telling Avril that he was her boyfriend. She was so angry that smoke was coming out of her head. You're tuning in to the Li Mei's Wuxia Whispers YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.